2008, 2009.
Oh, my, we're talking
What's
way.
the call for?
Yeah, so why are you calling today?
Because I'm doing a collateral attack and telling them that the conviction was fraud, based on fraud, and the court doesn't want to answer the question that I have before them. Right?
Udo, what prompted all of this? We're talking about 12 years ago or 13 years ago. Why? Hold on. What all of a sudden made you file with the court?
Because they sent me to prison, and I've been. I just got out.
Oh my God! How long were you in prison?
12 years.
Oh, do you I just can't believe that you did 12 years. How much total in loans did you take out?
The total loan that they accused me of, there was 5 of us that did this. The total loan was $26 million.
Oh my God in heaven!
Was that your first rodeo?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. This is way more than I thought. You took out a total, I know you had partners, but you took out a total of $26 million in loans. How many houses?
There was a total of 34 income properties. 34.
And did every one of those homes get foreclosed? Did you fix up and sell any of them?
I fixed up and sold a lot of them. A lot of them were I rented out to Section 8.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the fraud. If you can hang on, please hang on.
You just said Section 8 too.
I'm going to try to get a criminal defense attorney on. Suzanne, maybe we can get a case number and have them look at the case or whatever. We'll come back with this and more, plus car buying tips. I want your calls on anything. Problem, question, or complaint, or get things off your chest, plus your social media comments coming up.
Grainberry.
Hi. Something to drink. I am parched. Okay. I went and worked out this morning for the first time.
In the morning?
Yes, I've never done that before, Mark. It was so hard to get motivated to go to that gym. Oh my God, am I weak in the morning? Compared, I mean, I really, honest to God, I do like 1,000 crunches, right? I couldn't fucking get through.
Manage diabetes and prediabetes, and we have to sacrifice flavor to do it. So buy Grainberry cereal with amazing ox sorghum and start curbing your sugar today. Available in multi-bran flakes, honey nut toasted oats, and delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat.
Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family. KRFX HD2 Denver.
Coming up at 5 after the hour, listen for your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
ABC News, I'm Dave Patrick. House Democrats moving forward and leading the charge to impeach President Trump for insurrection following last week's siege on the U.S. Capitol. Democratic Congressman Jim McGovern urged Republicans to show bipartisan unity.
Every second that this president remains in office is a danger to this country and to the world. We have no idea what he is capable of doing, whether he'll pardon these terrorists or go to war.
But Republican Congressman Tom Cole says another impeachment will further divide the country.
After the traumatic events of last week, the majority should be taking steps to unite us.
But a growing number of Republicans in the House and Senate are showing support to impeach. Security is now heightened around the Capitol. Right now, there are more than 6,000 National Guard members. 10,000 are expected by this weekend, up to 15,000 National Guard troops by Inauguration Day. Another grim milestone, over 4,300 deaths from COVID-19 were reported yesterday, the deadliest day since the start of the pandemic. This is ABC News. President-elect Joe Biden taps another veteran of the Obama administration for a key role in his administration.
Samantha Power served as ambassador to the United Nations.
Wednesday, President-elect Joe Biden announced he would nominate the Ireland-born Power to serve as administrator of the U.S. Agency for International Development. Calling Power a world-renowned voice of conscience and moral clarity, the president-elect also said he would elevate the role to part of the National Security Council. The Biden transition said USAID will work on the biggest challenges of our time, including COVID-19, climate change, global poverty, and Democratic backslide. Brian Clark, ABC News.
Michigan's former governor is expected to face criminal charges in connection with the Flint water crisis. Reports say that Rick Snyder could be charged with involuntary manslaughter. His order changing the city's water source was a cost-cutting move, which led to a deadly outbreak of Legionnaire's disease. Dave Packer, ABC News.
I finally figured out my headset.
Be constipated.
Oh, is it working good?
Yeah, it works good. I just didn't want to start, hurting again. Cradling that damn phone while typing has got to be the worst. Figured out my headset. If I'm like this all the time, after 6 months, I just sore. So, Tommy, with Udo, he wants his conviction reversed.
Yes, but I want to get it. I still want to get someone to talk about it. Now, Joe doesn't come on. I want you to call fucking off just people like Dick Rotolo. The guy on mine, I had a defense attorney, believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe this. Little me had actually
Talk to your doctor.
Can you email me or send me his contact?
And make fewer trips to the pharmacy. See if you're eligible to pay.
Okay, I'll work on getting Joe Oshie.
Visit Linzess.com.
Dick, I
call
think.
1-800-LINZESS.
Or Muhais, and did they do that?
Waddy. Waddy does it.
Waddy or...
Do you want me to try Rotolo first or what?
No, somebody on the referral list first.
Well,
and then here, I'm going to... Do you get text?
Absolutely. Send it to me.
I'm going to send you.
Senators to convict President Trump during his Senate impeachment trial. State lawmakers are back today in a soft open just 3 days before adjourning until February 16th due to COVID-19. A public health insurance option for Coloradans and a new gas fee to raise money for transportation and road projects are part of the 9 bill drafts on the table. Temporary fencing still surrounds the Capitol building. Lawmakers say they feel safe despite the nationwide threat of armed protests at state capitals in the coming days. There's a high wind warning through Friday. Fox 31 meteorologist Brooks Garner says typically a Chinook wind tends to warm the air significantly.
Today in the foothills, we could see gusts between 40 and 60 miles per hour.
Dude, it was like
by tonight,
40 plus degrees when we were walking at,
well over
6:30, 6:45 this morning. You got every morning? Mostly. If it's below 25, no way, man. I'm afraid that little dog.
Sponsored by Mattress Firm.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center.
It was like fucking 18 degrees the other day. There's no way.
Area downtown.
It's just miserable.
Southbound 25, a bit stopping between Spear and Park, so watch out for that. Southbound 225, a bit slow on the approach to the I-25 interchange at the Tech Center. Otherwise, the Highway Drive in pretty good shape across town. There's still the closure of Highway 36 from Hygiene Road to Highway 66. That serious crash from this morning still being investigated. Watch out for strong gusty winds along the I-25 corridor north of the metro area, especially this afternoon. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be sunny and breezy, a high of 64. Right now, cloudy and 50. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
It's the year-end sale at Mattress Firm. For a limited time, save up to $300 on top-rated mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with your $6.99 mattress purchase. Only during the year-end sale at Mattress Firm.
This is Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans. And as we all spent time at home during 2020, we realized that maybe there's some things we need to do around the house.
I did interviews with him for new spots.
Project started in 2021. We can have you tap into your equity to do so, and believe it or not, you can borrow at the lowest interest rates we've ever seen. Take advantage of tapping into your home's equity and let your home fund your remodeling project rather than you funding your remodeling project with cash. And if you rack up some bills during the holidays, you're not alone. Ideal Home Loans can help. Imagine consolidating your debt, paying off your credit card, putting money in your savings account, and paying your house off more quickly all at the same time. Ideal Home Loans can help, and you don't have to start over on a new loan when you refinance. Call us today, 303-867-7000. That's 867-7000. Or as always, you can apply online at idealhomeloans.com.
All right, back on about 30.
756 for terms and conditions. Call 844-45-IDEA.
Dad, I picked up your pills, made your lunch, and your laundry is done.
When you care for a loved one, you take care of everything. But are you taking care of yourself? Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword BILLS to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info.
All right, gentlemen, you're back in. Here you go.
Play in this nationwide contest. That's BILLS to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and I welcome you to the show. 713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors. If you need a garage door adjustment, a new garage door, an opener, One Clear Choice Doors. These are great people. I only talk about great people, seriously. I pick the best of the best. We screen them. We background check them. These guys do an inspection for $80, top to bottom, safety adjustments and tightening of all the bolts and stuff. If you're moving into a new home, it'll give you a good idea of what your garage door is doing. I've purchased numerous garage doors and openers from them. They have that new Sidewinder opener. You got to look at it. 720-370-3987. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Buying a car can be very complicated. We'll get to that. Then I want to ask, what's happening with you? Has someone lied to you, cheated you, or ripped you off? Do you need help? Maybe something came up, a scam you want to warn people about? Let's talk about it. Meanwhile, we do have Joe Lazara on. Joseph A. Lazara is a criminal defense attorney, and we're going to talk to him about this case. Now, again, he can only talk with limited knowledge because this happened 12 years ago, but Udo spent 12 years in jail. That's why he's addressing it. This guy, I mean, think about this. He went to prison. Now, I know other people that got caught up in messes like this. I knew a guy that innocently invested with a group of people, Joe. Listen to what happened. This one guy that I know, this is not Udo, this is another guy. He wrote to me. He simply put money in an investment group. He was a limited partner. He knew nothing about what they were doing. And they were buying investment properties, supposedly, and fixing them up. But they would take out loans on each house. Then when the big recession hit, Joe, you know what happened. Banks looked for ways around, in addition to foreclosure, they were looking for other things. Like they would accuse people of fraud if they misstated their income, if they maybe didn't have the intent to really fix it up or whatever, or if they didn't fix it up as described. They picked whatever technicality they could, and they went after people for fraud. I mean, at an unprecedented level, especially people investing in real estate. Have you heard of that, Joe? Have you ever defended anyone like that?
I've definitely heard of those cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty prevalent.
I mean, it's not an out-and-out crime that you normally see. You know, they didn't take a gun and rob somebody, but they're saying you were involved in fraud. So this poor guy, this investor, this guy got arrested, Joe, for being part of that group. Now, Udo said he was part of a group. I don't know how many, but this, obviously, we don't know what happened in court. I mean, and how do you get a conviction set aside or expunged? Now, because that's saying it never happened, right? Isn't that what is there a difference between an expungement and setting it aside? I mean, I hear the expression set aside. What does that mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's about three different issues that we're talking about. So expungements generally apply to juveniles. Sealing, you can seal a record as an adult. And then there's cases where you can reference basically set aside the conviction, and that generally follows under Rule 35 of the Colorado Criminal Procedures.
But I was told
there are limited exceptions.
I was told an expungement is exactly that. You are not lying when you say you were never convicted.
Correct. Yeah, expungement and sealing are basically the same.
Okay, now, Udo was charged with fraud. And by the way, Leanna, we'll get to your call. And anyone else, 303-713-TALK. I want to remind you, we are taking calls, even though we're going to talk about that car thing. Now, Udo, over a period of time, in 2008 and before, they invested $26 million. They borrowed $26 million on 34 houses. How many people were in your group, Udo?
It was 5.
How many people went to jail?
Only I did.
Why only you? Were you the boss?
Yeah, it was my real estate company that was involved.
What did the judge say that you were complicit in defrauding banks out of money? Did you divert funds? Did they find money somewhere? Did you have money stashed somewhere? Just tell me the truth. I mean, because you were already convicted. You already paid your time. Did they find money somewhere?
0. All the money went back into the properties.
Then you had a really bad attorney. I don't even know how they find intent in a case like this. But Udo, they must have.
The first attorney that came into the case was removed because she said that there was no crime. She filed a motion to dismiss the case, and by the time I know it, she was removed.
I don't think that reason why I believe this guy a little. He had a public defender. If he literally stole $26 million, you'd think he'd be able to afford to hire a decent attorney.
Now, here's what I don't believe. I don't believe a judge would remove a public defender for filing a motion to dismiss. Do you, Joe?
No, they probably rotate it.
That's what I thought. Okay. But what do you do? He did 12 years in jail. Do you realize that's more time in jail that some people do for shooting people? I mean, Joe, isn't that a long time, 12 years?
Oh, yeah, especially when you're dealing with a financial crime. Absolutely.
What was your actual sentence, Udo? Was it 24 or 25? What was it?
Don Eiley got 15 for $12 million.
Yeah. Now, Udo, what was the actual sentence?
The actual sentence was 30 years, and I was released for good behavior.
Joe,
in 12.
I find that unfreaking believable. 30 years in prison. I find that unbelievable. But
yeah, especially when you're thinking about there's murderers out there that have got
less. Right. Okay, so now Udo is out, and now he wants to what? Clear your name, Udo?
Yes, I filed a motion to and I'm accusing them of obtaining the conviction on the fraud.
I don't understand what you mean. What are you? First of all, the bad news. It's easier to probably expunge something than to accuse a judge or attorney or court of doing what? Are you accusing them of doing something on purpose to you, on conspiring?
Yes.
That's never.
I have evidence to prove it.
What evidence do you have?
I have evidence that the court refused to when they brought the new attorney in, and a conflict arose immediately, and I tried to.
What conflict? What conflict?
They put another attorney in who told me that he's not going to do what the other lady was going to do.
So what?
So I put.
So what?
Pardon me?
Udo, you have to have something stronger than that. You're just pissed off that the second attorney wasn't as good as the first.
And what he's talking about is not burying what happened in the past. What he's talking about now is getting another trial, which is absurd.
Udo, what are you trying to do? Yeah. Are you trying to get a new trial?
Yes, sir.
You're never going to. You already did the time. You're done. Why do you want a new trial?
Because I was not guilty.
I don't think this guy was smart enough to pull off what we're talking about.
But I kind of think whether he's guilty or not, I'm not going to use the term innocent, but I don't know how you prove this kind of fraud if you were investing in houses and can show that you had people working on those houses and even sold a few of them.
Did it have anything to do with the Section 8? Did they say you defrauded Section 8?
No.
Udo, you don't make sense, man, but I believe you. Joe, there's something, if you could look into the case a little. Joe, but listen, I think he's foolish to try to get a new trial. He's never going to get a new trial. Will he?
Yeah, I mean, there's only really, as I can see, one potential avenue, and that there exists evidence of material facts not presented and heard, which through the exercise of reasonable diligence could not have been known or learned by the defendant or his attorney, which would require vacating the conviction and sentence in the interest of justice. That's a hard burden to overcome.
You don't have any new evidence, do you, Udo?
No, but the court here did not have subject matter jurisdiction.
It doesn't. It's too late. It's too late to challenge jurisdiction right now. It's too late.
You know what's interesting, Joe? Sometimes you see different shows.
Joe, you know what? You ought to get a consultation with Joe. I don't know if Joe handles this.
Okay.
Would this be called an appeal, Joe? What would this be called?
It's probably post-conviction relief.
And what isn't it easier? Wouldn't it be easier to get maybe a pardon or an expungement?
But
wouldn't that be easier?
A lawsuit against these guys, and I don't think you can expunge anything like this, Tom.
I don't know. Can you expunge Joe's like this kind of thing?
Generally, if it's a felony conviction like this, you probably could not expunge it. So, I mean, he's only really looking, in my mind, without knowing more, maybe a post-conviction relief or asking, the governor or something for a pardon of some sort.
I mean, you know why I believe this guy? I believe him because he's already did his 12 years. Why is it? A lot of people would just say, okay.
No, I'll tell you why, because he's trying to, I don't know if he did it or not. Honestly, I don't know why he had a public defender if he did do it. But here's the other deal. He's probably trying to do something now that he can't do with it on its record.
Udo, is that right? Do you have to clear it in order to go back into business? Were you banned from going back into business?
Yes, sir, I was.
And what are you trying to do right now that you're out?
I can't do anything, and they're trying to deport me because of this case.
He wants to be a fiduciary.
Okay, hold on. Udo, are you an American citizen? Obviously not.
No.
What is your citizenship?
I'm from Nigeria.
Okay. Nigeria, wow. And he's from Nigeria and a convicted felon. All right, I got to take... Listen, I want you to talk to Joe Lazzara and give Joe the case number, and then I'll check back with Joe.
Yeah,
by the
Joe,
way,
you can thank us later.
No, I'm serious. Joe, look into it, seriously. Joe can be reached at 303-429-6200.
Send him to Fuller. Wait, 3 of them?
Warning. Yep. The simple floor is for Mark. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Inspiration is amazing.
Okay. Why? I do one, yes.
Put it all together, and you get something special.
Sign Harris.
All right, here you go. About 15 seconds till Fuller Law and Colorado Pain Care. Available in-store and at news.com. Use charge beyond paper product.
I want to tell you about Colorado Pain Care. You do not have to live with pain any longer. You can get your life back. There are so many people listening right now, either under the care of a doc or not under the care of a doc, or strung out on pain meds or they really need them. These guys can help you no matter what. Yes, they have pain meds, but their goal is to get you off of them, get your life back, get you out of pain. And they have all kinds of therapies. They have steroids, of course, but they have nerve and spinal blocks and stimulators and radio frequency nerve control. There are things that are so high tech, and they tailor it to you. I know that living with the pain can just ruin everything. Don't do it. Call these guys. They're local doctors dedicated to getting you out of pain. That's what they do. They work with all major insurance and workers' comp and Medicaid. It's 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. Just call and discuss it with them. It won't cost you anything. 303-GOT-PAIN. ColoradoPainCare.com. All right. I want to tell you about injuries. Speaking of pain, right? What a segue. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that does something no other attorney does. Free legal advice. That's right. You call him and talk to him about your case, and he'll talk to you, and it won't cost you. In fact, he'll tell you if he thinks he can collect, what the chances are, and it can help you. And if so, you can hire him. Then there's still no money out of pocket. It's contingency. But you have to make the first call if you're injured and you need help. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. Look for John Fuller at referralist.com.
Also, all right, 30 seconds till Simply Floored, Mark. Things require deep thoughts and a deep voice, like mine. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding driveways. And save even more for driving safely.
When do you want your deep clean by yourself?
Today. As someone once said, saving today is
just shoot me any day for them. It takes a while. That's why. That's not like your normal. That's why they can do it anytime they want. All right, SimplyFloorsInc.com. Tom and I talk about these guys all the time. We love them.
You know what I love the best? When we wanted new carpet, they brought samples directly to our house. They did all the measurements. We could see the samples there, and they do the same thing with hardwood and LVT and tile. These guys do everything with flooring, and on top of that, if you have existing hardwood, guess what? They can sand it down, refinish it. It'll look like brand new. SimplyFloorsInc.com. You can go to their showroom, or they'll bring the showroom to you. But it all starts at SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Michael Brown here. I want to take a minute to talk to you about something that has changed my life. Blue Sky CBD.
Let me see how long, in regards to how long it takes, depends on the number of factors, such as condition of home, number of
Joe
occupants.
Lazaro hung up immediately. I don't know that he appreciated wanting to. I'll ask him.
Well, how do you get work if you don't get fucking consultation? No, that sounded good, though. That was really good. It was all to get his number out. He knows that.
I told him that.
I think when the guy said he was from Nigeria, it's like, oh my God.
I texted him. I said, look, I know these things are impossible, but it's a good way to get you on the air. And he was like, sure.
What are the chances a guy was from fucking Nigeria?
And I'm working on getting Eric Reinemer for both lines, 1 and 3.
Reviews at bluesky-cbd.com. Use promo code KING.
Okay, so deep cleaning involves trim work, baseboards, trim surrounding, windows, doors themselves, window covering, blinds, shutters. We also clean the outside of the cabinetry, edge carpeting, against the baseboards, inside the furniture.
Are you concerned about the future and how to protect your home?
Basically, every horizontal surface will be cleaned or dusted. Countertops, sinks, showers, toilets, shelving, mirrors, light fixtures, fans, picture frames, cobwebbing, switch blades, any high fingerprint area. It'll also be swept, mopped, vacuumed.
To tap their equity should the economy change.
Oh my God! You know what special he's going to do? Listen to this. Oh my God! I don't know who wouldn't do this after COVID, Tom. Typically, a 3,000 square foot home. That might be bigger than the normal house, Denver Metro. I don't know. 3,000 square foot house is in the neighborhood of $400. A full deep cleaning, all that shit I just got. We are. Shoot me dates, so I'll let you choose first, because I could really care less. That's a fucking deal.
About you.
Are you an entrepreneur with
Mark, I literally
that your business can and should be more than it is?
I know. Well, you don't want to do it when your kids are there.
Are you being held
I'm
back
going
by
on
a
weekends.
cooperative
Oh,
bank?
okay. And I take them during the week. Any particular day is better? Like any Tuesday? You just don't give a shit. Honestly. Any Monday through Thursday.
And
I'll let him in the garage. Can you do all that remotely?
Introductory call 844-622-5666 or spotonfinancial.com. That's Spot On Financial.
30 seconds.
Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center.
We've got a mild day on tap today with breezy conditions, the high 60, but tomorrow windy and much cooler, the high just 39, mountain snow tonight. I'm Fox 31, good boy weather meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Looking for an easier way to find your next call center or account?
10 seconds.
Employment professionals. Visit ExpressPros.com to find one of more than 830 locations to support any job search. And there's never a fee.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, we have a tax question from Leanna, and then we'll go back to Udo and then Susan. Susan actually will go next, and she has a return filing question for taxes as well, I believe. It might be. Anyway, we're going to go to Leanna first. Leanna, talk to us about your taxes, and our number is 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. What's going on, Leanna?
I wasn't able to file my taxes for 2019 because someone had already done it.
Okay.
And I was wondering if because of that, if I will be eligible to receive the economic impact payment that's coming out. I went online and put my information in, and there's nothing available.
What do you mean nothing? What do you mean nothing available?
You can go in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You can go in and check your status with the IRS.
Yes.
They'll tell you if they mailed out the check or not. But for me, it doesn't show anything.
Well, did they? I thought they were. Did they agree to the 600? Is that where we're standing now, Mark? Or I thought they were going to redo it to 2,000. How did that? Are they actually mailing out checks yet?
Well, no, it's not. It's 600. It's definitely not 2,000. And yes, a lot of checks already went out.
Oh, okay.
If they're electronically deposited, some people, I believe, have already received them.
Now, here's what the rule is, Leanna. They will send it to where your refund is sent. Okay, so you didn't file for 2019. That's what we have to figure out. Income is based on your 2019 adjusted gross, just like the other one was. And if you earned under listen to this one. If you earned under 75,000 and heads of households under 112 will qualify. That's a lot of money.
And that's going back to whatever taxes in 19.
Listen to this. Married filing jointly, earning under 150 will qualify. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the new one. Wow. So here's the deal. Married couples get 2 of them. You know, 1 for each. You knew that, right, Mark? So that's $1,200 for a married couple.
Yep.
Now,
kids still don't get them, so if you have adult kids like I do, they don't get them.
If you did not file, that's the problem. We have to ask. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get, what's that again, Leanna?
I filed a paper return.
Oh, when did you file it?
Processing.
Oh,
that could be another 5 months.
Yes, but this is an interesting question. We're going to talk to Larson Tax Relief.
They're going to go back a year and see what she did that year.
In 18.
In 18.
Are you sure of that, Mark?
Well, that's what they did last year, but we're another calendar year.
All right, hold on, Leanna, and we'll get some answers for you. If anyone knows, give us a call. I'm looking at it now, and they say it's based on 2019. What happens if you filed a paper return and they're still processing or you haven't filed yet? This is a good question. We'll get to it. 303-713-TALK. Now, speaking of tax returns, let's talk to Susan. And again, get your calls in. We have a pledge here to get through these calls quickly, to assign them to people, to get you help if we can help. So, Susan, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Susan. What's happening?
If you go to IRS.gov, pull up the 1040 instructions for the 2020 returns and go to page 59.
Yeah.
There's a worksheet called the Recovery Rebate Credit Worksheet.
Yes.
So the first question I have for your tax expert is, if you got the second stimulus payment direct deposited January 4th, does it go on this sheet for number 8?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Next question is number 11...
I want to bring up the form. What form are you looking at right now?
So go to IRS.gov.
Okay, I'm going to look at it.
Under forms, you got your actually pull up the 1040 form.
Okay.
The 1040 instructions, and within the instructions, it's a PDF, and with the instructions, go to page 59. It starts on 57, 58, and 59, but the actual form's on 59.
Okay. And then so your question is this year, go ahead.
So the worksheet covers both your stimulus check that you got in 2020, and I think some people got the second one in 2020 as well. But we didn't get ours deposited until 2021. So I wonder if I should put zeros for that figure.
You know, I think what it is, and I have it here, I don't have the instructions, but I'm going to look at it since we're coming up on a break, I'm going to look at it, and we're going to get you an answer. But we're going to also call Eric Reinemer over at Atlas CPAs and Advisors. So we'll ask him. So we have Larson Tax Relief we're trying to get on for Leanna, but this is a different question. This has to do with that. So how would it affect you if you did put it down? How would it affect you?
Well, it's simply, and that's the other thing I don't quite understand. When you get to the bottom, you come up with a figure that gets transferred over to line 30 of your tax returns, and within that group is like, you got withholdings from a paycheck.
Yeah.
And it looks like that gets added to that as if that was a withholding. That's confusing me, too.
Okay. I will try to clear this up. I'm going to page 59 of these instructions to let you know, and we'll figure it out. So anyway, this worksheet, what is the worksheet called? You said recovery?
It's called the Recovery Rebate Credit Worksheet, and if you go to the IRS website...
And what's the purpose of that worksheet? I thought they sent that out automatically.
Well, it says that, very comfortables usually would get the $2,400 first time around,
right,
and $1,200 the second time around, but if they don't give you that full amount, And there's a couple reasons why they might not have, which don't apply to my husband and I.
Yes.
But it says that this worksheet gives you the opportunity to, I'm assuming, to collect the rest.
Now, I'm here on 57 recovery rebate, and I'm going to look at it, so hold on. And then we'll get our experts on. So hang on. We'll get our experts for both of you. I'm Tom Martino.
This is Denver's Talk Station.
Hold on, she's on the phone. You'll probably have to repeat that. But Artist Granite and 888-HEAT coming up in about a minute.
Susan sent it in snail mail, right?
Tom, did you want Mark to do both of these? The Artist Granite?
No, I'll do it. I'll do art.
Gotcha.
Served by Mattress Firm.
From the Bedford.
Did that woman say she snail mailed it?
Pretty good shape.
Yes, that's the problem.
I-25,
No, I know, but what happens
in the city?
5-6 months.
Strong gusty winds along
Oh, you mean what happens with the other
north
thing?
of the metro area
That's
this
a good
afternoon.
question.
Getting reported strong gusty winds along 285 in the high country up around Kenosha Pass as well. Back in town, there's still the closure of Highway 36
hold on. It's based on
between Highway
2020
66.
information.
This crash still being investigated.
It says, but what he sent down, we're based on this. The recovery rebate is figured like the economic impact, except credit eligibility is for 2020, it says. 2020, it says here.
Year-end sale at Mattress Firm. For a limited time, save up to $300 on top-rated mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with your $6.99 mattress purchase. Only during the year-end sale at Mattress Firm.
TheArtOfGranite.com, that's the website, TheArtOfGranite.com. Why don't you look them up? It's a direct stone importer in Golden, Colorado. Mitch Fleury is the owner. I know him personally. I've known him for years. He's wonderful. We've all used him and sent friends and neighbors there. 303-386-5919. It's a simple message. All materials are wholesale, tear out and haulaways free, bathrooms free when you do the kitchen, and you will love it. Get prices on the phone, 303-386-5919.
Have you still not refinanced?
All right, Mark, about 1 minute until 888-HEAT.
Rates are at historic lows, so take
Just don't be too loud, I go to read this.
loans with an unbelievable low rate of 2.25 rate and APR with no closing costs on a 15-year fixed loan. That's right.
There's no way they could do just 20, man.
That's what this says.
And Chuck, just for a heads up, what is the name of the company? Appliance Repair Center. Okay, hang tight, listen to the phone. When you hear your name, come on and tell Tom what's going on. You do have a couple calls ahead of you. Hang on.
You know, I sit there listening. Heating.com. It's an HVAC company that gives you all the options. If you just want to have the furnace or AC repaired, guess what? They're not going to twist your arm and say, oh, you got to have a new furnace. They'll give you a great price on the repair. And if you do want a new furnace, guess what? They have new economical furnaces that fit everyone's budget out there. And they also have, of course, high-efficiency units. 720-927-6888, 720-927-6888, 720-927-6888. This is wrong. Now this one, okay, the actual IRS site says 20. This Forbes article says 2019.
You can still get home show deals at
I mean, I don't. How the fuck do they do that? They're just wrong. Well, somebody's wrong. Mark, if you look at the instructions for 1040, it says the economic impact payments were based on 2019, but the recovery payments are based on 2020 tax year information. If you get
I think recovery means if you made too much, they can take it back maybe, because last time you couldn't. Remember? Wouldn't that be what a recovery payment is?
No, that's what they're calling the new pay. That's what they're calling the new one, the recovery payment. That's what they're calling.
And it's based on what?
You said you were trying to talk to me, but we didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying, We are really fucking confused about this rebate.
Okay, who do you want for that?
I was wanting Eric.
Okay, I'm trying to get a hold of him. If he's not available, can I call Advanced Tax Solutions?
Of course you can.
Okay, and then what exactly is the question?
And ask Michael. I think he knows.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Here's the question. It's about just various questions about the rebate.
Okay, and then if you didn't see, I put the note, Plantinga has a hearing in 15.
Got it. I'm going right to him.
Okay.
No.
Dehydration, sprains, strains, and minor fractures. Plus,
Sorry, wrong number.
is in network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicare Advantage. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay home.
Why do I answer anything?
Let Dispatch Health come to you. Do you have questions about getting a house call during the COVID-19 pandemic? Or want to sign up for your free account? Visit dispatchhealth.com. Again, that's dispatchhealth.com.
Now, an important note regarding COVID-19 tax relief. Many of us have suffered the effects of COVID-19, personally and financially. Many businesses will close permanently. Believe me, you're not alone if some of your bills have gone unpaid. And especially stressful are the IRS matters, many of them coming to a head after last year's delay.
He said he does not know anything about that, so I'm going to work on getting Eric or Advanced Tax. Yes, take line one.
Larson Tax Relief. About 30 seconds, gentlemen. Larson Tax. The Larson brothers and their team of experts are specialists in emergency and long-term tax relief. Even if you're unsure of your tax status and problems, they can sort it out and help you with strategies. So you come out of this pandemic in the best possible tax position. Way better than you could do on your own. Call now, LarsonTaxRelief.com. 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LARSON. Tax. Or Larson.
All right, guys, you're back.
I'm Tom Martino. I want to go right to Michael Plantanga from Larson Tax Relief. You just heard me giving a commercial about them for tax problems. But we did have a question, and it had to do, well, first of all, Leanna had the question.
And Suzanne, both.
Suzanne.
But I'm not sure which one. I don't think you can help Suzanne Susan because she needed the one with instructions on that recovery payment, and that's not really your wheelhouse. So let's go to Leanna. Leanna, did you say someone filed tax under your name?
Yes.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
When they went to electronically file.
Okay, you're cutting in and out. So did they electronically file, you said? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Suzanne, can you try to recover her, please, immediately? Our aunts, can you help her out? Just try to get that line one straightened out. Because, Michael, let's just go with that, though, while we're trying to get Leanna back. What if someone did file in your name and it's not you? What do you do?
Well, generally, if someone electronically files a return and then you follow with filing a paper return, that return is automatically flagged by the IRS.
Which one? Which one is flagged?
Potential fraud.
Which one is flagged? The whole thing?
The whole thing will be flagged. And they will mail a notice to the taxpayer advising that there could be fraudulent activity on the return.
All right.
The taxpayer is then asked to call in to verify their identity.
All right, Leanna, did you hear that? That if you just go ahead and file your return as usual, it'll be flagged automatically. But will it divert the stimulus payment? And what happens because when did they file, Leanna?
I'm not sure.
It was electronically, did you say?
Yes.
And how did you file, or did you not file yet?
Through the mail.
Okay, you went through the mail, and how did you find out there was another one?
The tax preparer I used found out.
And what did he say to do?
He tried to electronically file.
Oh, it wouldn't let him submit it.
Right.
Oh, so you mailed it?
Yes.
Have you heard back from the IRS yet?
I called them, and all they could tell me is that it's still processing.
Now what happens to your recovery payment? You want to know that too, right?
Yes.
Okay, but Michael, in general, if you're still processing, and it's going to be based on that, because it is based on 2020 income, no matter what anyone says, the new recovery rebate is based on 2020 income. I'm right on the IRS.gov site.
But it's not even due yet.
I understand. I don't get it. I don't get how they do it. Mike, do you have any idea?
So just to confirm, Leanna filed her 19 return, or are we talking about 2020?
She's talking about 19, right, Leanna?
Yes.
2019 return.
Yeah, and there could be a number of reasons why her electronically filed return was rejected.
No,
incorrect PIN. It's hard to say.
But
if it's fraudulent, she could also be proactive and go to Identitytheft.gov to report that someone else has filed a return instead of her.
Okay. Now, Leanna, but your paper return you did file, so now they have 2 filings on you, and I just hope it doesn't screw up the stimulant payment. Is there anywhere you can call, Michael, to get a real person, like an advocate or someone?
I think the taxpayer advocate would take too long, so she could call the IRS at 800-829-7650.
Okay, that's
report what's going on.
800.
The IRS could explore and see what's happening.
Okay, it's 800. Give it again.
829.
829.
7650.
7650. Did you get that, Leanna?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. Leanna, you could even report to the agent that answers the phone that, hey, someone else filed a return before me, and I want to report a fraudulently filed return. And that might expedite the process. And hopefully that would expedite your stimulus payment as well.
All right. Now, another thing, don't forget, Identitytheft.gov. What does that do?
Identitytheft.gov is just a way for someone to report identity theft to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and the IRS.
So I never even knew about
on notice immediately.
I never knew that site, Identitytheft.gov, for that. That's a great idea. Yep. All right, and that's Michael Plantenga at Larson Tax Relief, 844 Larson Tax. Now, there's a bit of confusion because the credit, according to this line 30 instructions, IRS.gov recovery rebate credit says that the recovery rebate credit is figured like the economic impact statements, except the eligibility is based on 2020. Susan, did you know that it's based on 2020?
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering about for line 11. Is that the figure for 2020's tax return or 2019's tax?
Now, this is where we're getting into the nitty-gritty where we're going to need him. It says enter the amount from line 11. And so I assume, this is weird because as Mark said, those returns aren't even due till April 15th. How are they going to send out payments if people haven't filed for 2020 yet? I don't understand.
It looks like I remember when Mark was talking about how they're just shipping it out based on, whatever tax information the IRS had on you.
Right.
And then they just reconcile everything when you do your 2020 tax.
Actually, we found out, check this out, this is crazy. When they reconcile, nothing happens. If you didn't, this would happen. If you didn't get it, you'll get it. But if you did get it and didn't qualify,
you still keep it.
You still keep it. It's insane.
I was going to point out on line 17 of that form, after you do your calculation.
Right.
It says you don't have to pay back the difference, and the same thing on line 20.
Well, then, what I don't understand is then why are they saying it depends on 2020? It only depends on 2020 if you filed. And if not, it depends on earlier years. I mean, leave it to the government to make it complicated. But
it looks like it's still giving you an opportunity to recoup any difference between the $2,400 for joint filing in for the first stimulus and $600 or $1,200 joint for the second stimulus. But again, I worked through this worksheet, and the number I got is crazy because the only difference, it's because there's only like $1,100.
What is the purpose? What is the purpose of this worksheet? What is the actual purpose?
If you didn't get the full amount, well, I'm just going to work with joint. If you didn't get the full $2,400, say you got $2,000
in the first time go around,
and the second time you didn't get $1,200,
right.
You got $300. So that's so roughly you should have got $3,600.
Yeah, but what's the purpose of the form?
So you should have got 3,600.
Right.
You didn't get 3,600. Whatever less than 3,600 you didn't get, this form is supposed to, line 30 should equal.
I get it. I get it.
Mind,
What it does is it gets you the money you should have gotten, right?
Right, and the way they're doing it is they put it over on line 30 of the 1040.
But you have to understand, that part doesn't matter right now for radio because people can't picture that. But here's the bottom line. You're saying there is a way to apply to get the full amount if you didn't get the full amount. But here's my main question. Why do some people not get the full amount?
See, and that's what I don't get, because they say one of the reasons is maybe you didn't have a legitimate Social Security number for one of the spouses. Or maybe the second
In other words, if the IRS made a mistake and did not send out the full amount, right?
Right.
Okay, so they're saying if we did not send you the full amount in error, then we're going to make up for that with this form. So, Susan, we still have to ask Eric or one of our accountants, Atlas CPAs and Advisors, what he knows about it. Okay, this is very strange, by the way, very strange. So hang on now. Chuck... Oh, I got to take a break. But, Chuck, when we come back, let me just ask you this, okay? I just need to know this, Chuck. It has to do with appliance repair. Is this Action Appliance?
This is Appliance Repair Center.
Okay, hold on, and we'll come right back to you.
Tell your smart device to play 630.
You're good at nothing this break.
Then you can hear news and talk that impacts your life.
Getting 630 KPOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
From the Bedford Sports Traffic Center, just a couple of trouble spots to watch out for when you drive across town. Got a crash at 6th Avenue and West Delmar Circle to watch out for in the Aurora commute. Police are on the scene. Avoid the area for now. 36 remains closed both directions between Hygiene Road and Highway 66 as that crash from this morning is being investigated. The rest of the drive across town in decent shape. I-70, I-25 looking good through town. Watch out for strong gusty winds later on this afternoon along the I-25 corridor from Denver traveling up north towards the Wyoming border. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be sunny and breezy today with a high of 64. Right now cloudy and 57. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
It's the year-end sale at Mattress Firm. For a limited time, save up to $300 on top-rated mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with your $6.99 mattress purchase. Only during the year-end sale at Mattress Firm.
This is Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans, and rates are still at record lows. But you don't want to play the waiting game because you're likely...
Oh, they said my review was profane on Amazon, so they're not running it. I said UPA sucks more than any company in existence. See, I just got canceled. I don't know what that would have to do with your review of a product. Of UPS. No, they have a place for you to review. Oh, I didn't know that. I gave them a 1 star because you can't go lower. They really deserve 0. The level of confidence is almost beyond description.
How are you celebrating the new year? One thing that you don't have to worry about this new year is erectile dysfunction. The professionals at Peak Performance for Men will help fulfill your New Year's resolution and bring the celebration back to 2021, regardless of age or medical history. There's no pain, no needles, no surgery, and no medications. Just the newest available proven technology using focused linear compression therapy. Our FDA-cleared medical device regenerates blood vessels and tissue with short in-office sessions. Over 85% of men who receive our treatment experience long-term improvement in male performance, including men with diabetes and prostate issues. Start the new year right. Resolve to fix your erectile dysfunction. Schedule your appointment today. Visit peakperformanceformen.com or call us at 720-552-8181. That's 720-552-8181.
Are board-certified vein specialists who will get you back on your feet fast with the help of laser technology and little to no downtime. Go to UnitedVeinCenters.com for more information or call 1-800-NEW-LEGS to schedule your free vein screening today. That's 1-800-NEW-LEGS. United Vein Centers.
Also, both stimuluses were signed by 2020. Okay.
mortgage safe. Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage. With home values still at their highest level ever and rates at historic lows, now may be the best time to be prepared if the economy changes. Last time, many of our friends lost their home when it was unnecessary. Take AIM, 720-895-0500. Many of our clients have the ability to tap their equity should the economy change, all without having to borrow the money now. We can show you how to access your equity in these uncertain times to give you peace of mind and allow you to focus on what's important, your family. Call Affordable Interest Mortgage at 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. We are locally owned and operated since 2001. Our reputation of putting you first with straight answers and listening are unmatched in Colorado. Let us help you protect your home. Take AIM, 720-895-0500, where it's all about you.
I absolutely love
Lisa Harris is fine,
shedding,
so I don't know what she's going to do with you. But
then I got a Swiffer Super
she's fine. I want you to look at Nate Harrow and some of the shit he was doing. And
crazy amount of
I mean, this app thing and what he did, I don't even understand it, and I'm hoping you do.
And the best part,
but he's showing how he gathers information for his algorithm.
And the couch.
To me, it sounds like he's waiting. This process, I don't understand it because he's still in the gathering process for the algorithm. I mean, okay, I got to ask him that.
Worth the benefit of some peace and quiet? When questions find you, Merrill Lynch Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers with personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/within-reach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch Pierce Veterans Field Incorporated, registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured, are not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Green Theory, Green Theory.
Hi, I'm Peter Harris for Grainberry Cereal. If you're starting the new year with a goal to live healthier, then pick up a box or two of the healthiest and most natural cereal in the supermarket. Grainberry, with amazing onyx sorghum, is packed with powerful plant-based antioxidants to help protect your body from free radicals. When we make Grainberry, we care about sugar control. That's why we start with lower sugar than other cereals, then use our whole grain onyx sorghum to help slow sugar absorption. This sugar control, or sugar taming as we call it, helps manage diabetes and prediabetes. And we didn't have to sacrifice flavor to do it. So buy Grainberry cereal with amazing onyx sorghum and start curbing your sugar today. Available in multi-bran flakes, honey nut toasted oats, and delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat.
Green Theory, healthy cereal for your family.
Denver's talk station. 6
That is not. Hi, Tom Martino. We just got a message here, by the way. Thank you for being here. I believe the current payment, which is $1,200 max for a couple, is based on the 2019 HEI, since it's the most current one with the IRS. But here's the thing.
Goes down. In 2020, this calculation gives you the ability to recoup the amount that you were underpaid based on that. So, but here's the deal. That's not what it says on the IRS site, and that's what confuses the dang hell out of me. I don't understand it, but we will. As you know, the show is a live research live. I mean, we do everything live. So let me get back here. Chuck, this appliance issue, and then Philip wants to talk about a florist, and then Susan, we're still trying to get our tax expert on. Hang on. So Chuck, what happened with your appliance repair, sir?
Okay, just the brief history.
Sure.
I just moved into a newly totally remodeled townhouse.
Yeah.
All the kitchen appliances are new. The washer machine and dryer came from the previous owner. I got my realtor got a note from the seller that the wash machine doesn't work. Okay, they agreed to pay something for fixing it. When I had it inspected, the inspector turned on, it doesn't, it gets stuck in a cycle. Okay.
Yeah.
So I called a man who was on the realtor's list, and he said,
Hey, Chuck, listen, in the interest of time, let's not go through the process. Let's skip.
I'll go on.
No. Chuck, wait. I just want to hear the problem and who the company is. Who's the company?
Yep. Yes. So I called
Who's the company?
Repair Center.
Appliance Repair Center. That's what I need to know. Okay, Appliance Repair Center.
Okay.
And what did they do for you?
a man came out.
Yes,
and
he did.
Turned it on.
Yes, he did.
Working.
Okay.
And I said, I should have questioned, but I didn't.
Huh.
He left.
Now,
I tried to run a load.
Did he charge you for that, Chuck? Did he charge you for that?
$75 for a service call.
Wait a minute. He charged you $75 to tell you it was running properly.
Yes.
Okay. And how long did he spend there?
10, 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. So anyway, then what happened?
Okay, it stuck, so I called him, and I got through to him, and he said, well, I need the model number to order parts.
But how? So what part would he order? He doesn't even. Okay.
He said it would be a circuit board.
But okay, here, Chuck. He comes out to your house. He charges you $75. He tells you it's running fine. Then by phone, when you tell him it wasn't, by phone he tells you you need a circuit board.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense to me. Because he said it was running fine, why did he assume it was a circuit board without doing any testing?
Maybe if he knew the same problem came back again, the only thing it could be is a circuit board?
I don't know. I mean, I just don't know how you make that assessment. Anyway, what did he do then?
Nothing, and that's the problem.
Okay,
I've been calling. That was over a week ago. I called him, and I called this. He has a number that I got from him. I call back the appliance repair center, and I get no response from either him
How did
or
you
them.
pay? How did you pay that $75 service call?
I wrote a check.
Damn it!
2 years.
Doggone it! I wish you would have done a credit card. I wish you would have done a credit card so we could.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I agree, but I didn't.
Okay, listen. I'm going to have Deputy Smarty Pants if he's listening. I think Deputy Smarty. He's not listening. He's been emailing the hell out of me. He's not listening. Oh, okay. Is Deputy Doc available or Deputy Dan? Maybe Dan.
Let me give you one more fact here.
Quick.
One more thing.
Go.
Are you still there?
All right. Yes. Hold, Suzanne. Just talk to him off the air about the one more thing. Stay on, Chuck. We'll try to help you and more coming back. And more about. I'm sorry. More coming up.
Michael Brown here. I'm going to take a minute to talk to you.
Almighty. These fucking phones. These fucking phones are just crackling. Every one of them. I don't get it.
You've heard how much the Pet Blood formula has helped our pet. But what you might not know is that Dr. Eric Dorninger out of Boulder serves as their director for research and development, or that Dr. Adam Graves in Castle Rock and countless other doctors recommend Blue Sky CBD exclusively. The reason behind this is their products are created using the highest quality CBD in the country. They guarantee potency and purity, and their formulas are created.
Do you want me to continue to hold the Susan tax question until I get an expert, or just line it up for later in the show?
You can't get Eric on.
He has not answered me yet. I tried calling him and emailing him. So,
and so we don't have anyone we can call.
not directly. I'm going to try emailing Todd Whalen with Advanced Tax Solutions too, and see if he's available.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
Coming up at 5 after the hour. Your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. The House is expected to vote later today to impeach President Trump for a historic second time. The charge of inciting an insurrection following the election.
If I am emailing another expert and seeing, just so you don't have to hold, seeing which one's going to be available.
A growing number of Republicans have come out in favor of impeachment.
Okay, could I have your number in case we want to call you?
He believes the president committed impeachable offenses. ABC News legal contributor Kate Shawn says the Senate could take
303-972-9051. Okay, you may hear from me in 5 minutes, or you may hear from me to line you up for like tomorrow, just depending on if I hear from a tax expert who can get this answer.
Another record-breaking day in the U.S.
No, Tom wanted me to clear the line until I got the expert, if that is okay by you.
More than 380,000 Americans.
Yes, that's why I wanted your number, so I could call you back as soon as a tax expert is available.
A new report reveals the pandemic's
Okay, be back in touch. Thank you. Bye. Troubleshooter Show. What is your first name? Jim, in a sentence or less, what would you like to talk to Tom about on the...
But that women lost 156,000 positions, while men gained 16,000. And if those older workers can't find a job, says Susan Weinstock of AARP,
that often does not pay what they were making before, so they end up taking a pay cut.
her advice to job seekers of any age: update the resume and network with friends and former co-workers in your field. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
The pet food recall is now expanding after reports that 70 animals have died. The FDA says some sport mix products have high levels of a poisonous chemical. Midwestern Pet Food is expanding its recall to include more products from its brands. The affected food is believed to be manufactured in the company's Oklahoma plant with an expiration date on or before July 9, 2022. Dave Packer, ABC News. The success of Janet's meal prep business is keeping her from keeping up with customer appetites.
This is Janet. Yes, you just received. But we actually have a wait list coming. But do you have items there?
She needs to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than other branded job sites combined, according to ADHR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's the thought on this. It may seem fine, but it's actually made of dead skin cells and dust mite droppings. That's where Swiffer heavy-duty dusters come in, with thousands of specially coated fibers to trap and lock dust in one swipe. Dust can't hide on ceiling fans and bookshelves anymore. When you're done, just remove the disposable cloth and voila! That dust is gone for good. Now that you know the dirt, say goodbye to the dust. Swiffer heavy-duty dusters. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
K-How News Time, 12:03.
The Denver Broncos have hired Vikings personnel man George Payton to become the 13th
Get a full examination.
Payton has spent 14 seasons in Minnesota. He'll get to work on turning around a Denver team that hasn't been to the playoffs since Peyton Manning retired. As the House moves towards the second impeachment of President Trump, yesterday House Speaker Nancy Pelosi named Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse and Congressman Diana DeGette to the team of 9 impeachment managers. Both represent the House case and attempt to convince senators to convict Trump during the Senate trial. There's a high wind warning through Friday. Fox 31 meteorologist Brooks Garner says typically a Chinook wind tends to warm the air significantly.
Today in the foothills, we can see gusts between 40 and 60 miles per hour. By tonight, in the highest mountains along the divide, gusts well over 100 miles an hour possible.
Brooks expects winds to be high again tomorrow. The Avs dropped the puck on a 56-game NHL season tonight against the Blues in Ball Arena. Nuggets stole the Nets last night, 122-116. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Barr.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
From the Best Buy Sports Traffic Center, travel around the High City Freeway system in fantastic shape right now. Really no major delays along the I-25 corridor in town. Watch out for gusty winds later on this afternoon along the
Why did you reach out to Dr. Mike? It all started like 4 or 5 months ago. He called me up and said, "Hey, can I get back on?" And I said, "Yeah. What do you want to do?" And he told me, and we talked. And then when I put the order in, Mike Doyle called me and goes, "This guy, I don't want to say this on air." No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure. I mean, I just wanted to know. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, it's not for on air. Oh. I thought I put it in that email.
Fuller is someone you should
All right,
talk
we're
to.
back up.
Free of charge, complimentary. If he takes the case, it's only payable if he wins, and it's a small percentage of what he collects. Why should you be the one to suffer? 303-597-4500. 597-4500 on my referral list at referrallist.com.
It's the Dan Capla Show. Afternoon.
All right, guys, you're on in about 30.
Half day ahead, 5:36, Congresswoman Volker responding to charges that she incited violence and aided the lawbreakers. And will impeachment backfire on the Democrats?
No, it won't.
And the GOP who supported Joe Manchin.
It's your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WIN. All right, guys, you're back in. About 10 seconds.
Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now,
the Troubleshooter. Hi, Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. Can you say Frank Duran, therealestateman.com? That's what this show is brought to you by, whether buying or selling real estate. You won't do better. He will tenaciously market, comprehensively market, and then stand behind you through the entire transaction like hand-holding. 303-920-1622. He's the best I've ever encountered. Free market valuations of your home. That means you'll find out what it will bring on the market based on his vast experience. 303-920-1622. No hooks, no gimmicks, no obligation. Free market valuation. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Let's go to the phones. Listen, we have a lot of issues going on, okay? Chuck has an appliance repair issue. The guy comes and says, it's running fine. The appliance repair center came and said, it's running fine. They charge him $75. Honest to God, 15 minutes, it's running fine according to him. Then they leave, and he can't even get through a cycle. It's stuck. He calls them, and they say, oh, you need a circuit board. Over the phone. They just told him it was fine. How do you tell him over the phone what you need? Now, Philip's got a problem with a florist. And I haven't forgotten about the car buying, honest to goodness. I haven't forgotten to go over that. That's important stuff. Philip, what's going on with you, sir?
Yeah, I ordered flowers from this Terry's Florist off of Colfax and Kipling on my brother's funeral.
Oh, that's too bad.
That died of COVID-19.
Oh, wow. When did he die?
He died December 9th.
Oh, that's too bad. How old was he?
68.
Man, that's not that old. What happened?
Well, he died of COVID-19. I think you announced it about that time.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne Orr.
Oh, yes.
If you can recall
Yes,
that.
I do. We gave him a moment of silence. Listen, Philip, what did he have any
two other people that he would go to breakfast with? They didn't believe in masks.
Uh-oh.
And the other two died, too.
Oh, my goodness gracious, how terrible. You know, masks protect others more than they protect you, but then the idea is if you all wear masks, it's just common sense. Washing hands, masks, social distancing, at least until we get that keeps the viral load down too and actually helps you build antibodies. But did any of these gentlemen have any other conditions, or were they in great health, or what?
The one that died before, he didn't have any health issues. I think he was about 78 years old.
Huh.
And the other one was my brother's age, 68, and he had diabetes, and he was on oxygen. My brother had diabetes, and he also only had 25% of his heart left.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
He had a heart attack about 15 years ago.
Wow.
So, while he was in the hospital...
It's terrible, Philip.
They put 2 stents in, but then he caught the COVID-19 while he was in the hospital. This is what I know.
Oh, my goodness. In the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, so Philip...
he was on a ventilator for about 4 days, and he was gone, so...
Oh, so Philip,
anyways,
the flowers with, this is the last thing in the world you should have to worry about. So what happened? Did this have to do with your brother's funeral and the flowers didn't show up or what?
Yeah, I called Terry's Florist.
Yeah.
And I wanted a heart-shaped easel type thing.
Right, and what happened?
With red roses and white roses in the heart itself.
Yeah.
And they charged me $194.99.
How'd you pay?
On the credit card.
Okay, but
on the debit card.
I haven't heard what went wrong.
Okay, so they at the funeral, I was looking for my flowers, and they were different arrangements, and the flowers were falling off.
Well, hold on.
Floor.
Was it a heart shape?
No.
Was it anything like a heart?
No.
What was it?
No.
What was it?
It was like a vine type look.
Okay, so hold on. And they were falling and stuff, but what did they say about it? See, what proof do you have you asked for heart-shaped?
Well, they said that they would put a picture of the heart shape on the email, and then I did not see it, and I called them back. I said, I'd like to see the arrangements before you send it.
Yeah, and what happened?
And they said that they couldn't do that after they said they would. And so when I went to the funeral and everybody got together, it was a different arrangement. So I called these people, and they wanted the last 4 digits of my debit card, and then they took out another $223.63.
Okay, but hold on. Let's just get right to it. Where does it stand today? Let's get to today. Where does it stand? Where do they stand? Where do you stand? What's going on?
Well, I can't hardly because they ain't speaking very good English.
Okay, did you get your money back? Did you contest it on the credit card?
Not yet.
Okay, that's the first thing you do. Contest it on the credit card. But when you call them, when you call them, you can't.
I'm going to do it in a little bit.
When you call them, you can't get through.
Well, I can get through, but then you can't hardly understand these people. I got a phone number.
Do you want us to help? Okay, hold on. Let's have somebody call for him, okay, Suzanne? Just to make a call, just say, look, I don't even know what you want though now, Philip. If you're gonna, what do you want?
I'd like to get either credit or my money back.
Yeah, but if you contest it on the credit card, did you take a picture of what showed up?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Yes. I do have a picture of that.
Now, if you don't, here's the only thing they can do is say, look, we sent you the flowers, and then you're going to say they weren't heart in a heart shape, and you'd have to prove that. What if they say you didn't order a heart shape? What if they say that?
Yeah.
What if they say that? I mean, that's possible. So, Suzanne, all we can do is put a call in, but really, I think he should just contest it on the credit card.
He didn't swipe the credit card, so I hate to constantly say this because I wouldn't do it, but if you call your credit card company up and say it was fraud, you'll get your money back.
Except flowers did show up to a funeral. I don't know if they know that or not. But
how would they know that?
Yeah. That's one thing to do, fight fire.
Here's the deal, man. If you don't use those chip these days, even if you swipe a card, the merchant has almost nothing they can do.
Really?
That's just a fact of life.
All right, that's good to know. And Jim, I've used this store, and I love them. I actually bought a bunch of stuff from them, so I just wanted to tell you that up front. What's going on?
Yeah, I bought a cable trainer back. It's been a year almost to the day.
A cable what?
It was a cable machine.
Ah, okay.
Cable trainer.
A trainer.
One. Yeah, and that's been about a year ago to the day almost.
And this is Fitness Gallery, right?
Right.
And what's the problem?
Well, they took my elliptical that I did have because I need to make room for that cable trainer, and they were going to have it on consignment. and I'd get a 60. It'd be like a 60-40 type of deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's been a year ago, and I'd let it kind of ride for up to July, and I started getting kind of.
Well, anyway, where does it stand now? What did they say?
Well, they really don't say anything. The manager of the store has said he's put in 2 requests for my payment.
Well, wait a minute.
And
hold on. Are they saying they sold it, Jim?
Oh, yeah. That thing's been sold for a while.
What did they say they sold it for?
Well, he didn't say what they sold it for, but he says my part, the 60%, would be about $650.
Well, then you can figure that out. So your 60% would be $650, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they sold it for a little more than $1,000. I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty easy to figure out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what so I don't get it. I don't get why you didn't get your money, but they're a good company. Listen, what I'm saying to you is this. There's no way they're going to defraud you. These guys, no, seriously. They've been there for years. Suzanne, you might even be able to get them on because they advertise like crazy. Plus, I know them, and I'm not giving them special treatment, Jim. I'm just saying that I know they're not going to rip you. So why don't we just talk to them directly and just say, hey, this guy simply wants to know where his check is. And with COVID and stuff, a lot of people are running slower. But they sold his elliptical on consignment, and he's just wondering where his payment is. And if that's a fair question. I'm Tom Martino.
If you're within 5 years of retiring, Allworth Financial is hosting a New Year retirement workshop that should top this year's list of resolutions. You'll get a financial advisor's perspective on the topics you'll need to master now, and straightforward answers to your most pressing financial questions like how much money you'll need, basic investment management, and how Social Security fits into your retirement paycheck. Register today for one of our free New Year retirement workshops, January 26th through the 28th at allworthfinancial.com. And together, let's resolve to retire better.
Ideal Home Loans. I talked to Brent Ivinson, the owner, yesterday. We got together. We're talking about the business. And he said that his people are so efficient with now that they're not using the offices. They work at home or they work from their own offices. And he says he can do the entire process of a loan from beginning to end. Just right, from beginning to end without ever seeing the person if you want to do it that way. Or they can do it online with you. They can do it on the phone. They can do whatever you want. It's safe and efficient. They have lower rates usually than anyone because they're direct lenders. They have, of course, lower costs as well. And get this, they do pre-approvals that are like cash deals, plus the custom term loan and the credit optimization. Sometimes just paying down a credit card by a few bucks can save you a bunch of money every single month because your credit tier goes up. They know all about that, and they can help you through the entire process. IdealHomeLoans.com. The interest rate guarantee is the best. If you get a loan and rates go down, they refinance you free of charge. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. That's 303-867-7000.
Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. We have our word will treat you right at Done Right. Hi, I'm Todd Zucchini. My dad started making that pledge on the radio when I was no more than 12 years old. He's taught me all my working life that what we do is not rocket science. Our success simply comes from treating people as we'd like to be treated. And this is Dan Zucchini. Todd's totally correct. We know that you want a quality job at a fair price. You want good service and timeliness of completion. You want honesty. You want to feel comfortable. And you simply want to be treated well. That's what I want too. And Dad, I know that's why we've done our best over the years to make better wants our objective. You bet, Todd. So folks, if you're ready, we're ready to serve you. Whether it's a fresh new look in your kitchen or bath, or the warmth and quiet of replacement windows, call us. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Sunlight. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or drhi.com.
Season after season, quality the reason. People trusting in Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding and doors. Roofing gutters and more.
Disappointed there's no home showcase? you can still get home show deals at K&H Home Solutions' new mini showroom. Hi, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Beat the crowds, get one-on-one attention with your private appointment in the new showroom or in your home. Book online now at khwindows.com. 40% off all window siding and doors, custom fit, beautiful energy efficient windows, and the best, most durable siding ever, named Everlast and Provia doors. No better products and no better company to install them. khwindows.com or 303-421-7100. That's khwindows.com.
Computer hacking is all over the news, and our personal information is at risk. But our biggest risk isn't credit card fraud. No. Identity thieves are targeting our homes. They literally forge a quick claim deed stating you sold your home. Then they borrow against your home and take the money. You won't know until non-payment notices start showing up. Home Title Lock is your best defense. Register now to see if your home's title has been compromised. Visit HomeTitleLock.com.
Jesus, do I ever fucking finish this fucking email?
Promo code radio.
Michael Brown here. I'm going to take a minute
I'm going to blind copy you,
change my life.
Mark.
Blue Sky CBD.
I'm going to blind copy Suze. I'm going to blind copy.
After rolling. And you've heard how much the Pet Love formula has helped our pet. But what you might not know is that Dr. Eric Dorninger out of Boulder serves as the Director of Research and Development, or that Dr. Adam Graves in Castle Rock and countless other doctors recommend Blue Sky CBD exclusively. The reason behind this is their products are created using the highest quality CBD in the country. They guarantee potency and purity, and their formulas are created using international research to ensure that you get the dosage you need to find the relief you deserve. You'd be amazed at the reviews at bluesky-cbd.com. Use promo code KNOW for 30% off and try the same balm I use for only $14. You're not going to be disappointed. bluesky-cbd.com. Promo code KNOW for 30% off. bluesky-cbd.com.
This is Chris Collinsworth. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Hockey is back. The NHL begins its regular season today with 5 games on the schedule, starting with the Flyers and Penguins. The Avalanche will begin their quest for the Stanley Cup against the Blues at 8:30. The Nuggets couldn't make an 18-point third-quarter lead stand up as they fell to the Nets without Kyrie Irving, 122-116. And Broncos running back...
All right, back in about 30, guys.
From the NFL, pending the results of his DUI court appearance on Thursday. I'm J.D. Haffron.
Get in on all this week's action. Download the DraftKings app now. Enter code SPORTS during sign-up to try DraftKings for free. Don't forget, that's code SPORTS to try DraftKings for free. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Tell your smart device to flip.
All right, that's 10 seconds back now.
Then you can hear Ross Kaminsky in the morning. Dan Travis in the afternoon.
Getting 630 KPOW from iHeartRadio.
Denver's talk station. Available on over 2,000 devices.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Compass Insurance Group is home of the free insurance checkup. I'm using them again.
Today I had them do some shopping for me. I love these guys, and they represent 25 companies, so they can get you great deals. That's Compass Insurance Group. TheInsuranceHelpCenter.com. They'll do a free comparison of everything that you have with 25 companies. They'll go out and see if they can get you a better deal or tell you you have a great deal. 303-996-9000. 303-996-9000. Now, is this warranty thing? Oh, this is a different appliance outlet store, isn't it?
Appliance factory outlet.
That's a different one than we were calling about. But the one, the appliance repair center, did you call them? Or do we have Deputy Dan or someone calling them? And then the elliptical, we're going to call Fitness Gallery. Who do you have on that, Suzanne, just to see where his money is? We got someone on that? Okay, good. 303-713-TALK. Let's talk now to Brenda about appliance factory outlet. Mark, what is your take? We go back and forth on these guys. Honest to God, there was a guy there, John, that really made an effort to solve problems. And even though it was a little difficult, they're very big.
We see it all the time. A guy leaves and issues come up. But here's the deal. Here's what I really think about these guys. If you understand what you're buying, you can save some money. They generally do on almost their entire product line, as far as I know. their own warranty. So even if you buy a brand new GE stove, for example, if it breaks, it's not covered by GE, it's covered by them because they bought it at such a discounted price that the warranty does not come over.
So they normally don't, they don't even tout that, though. They don't tell you you're getting
when you buy it, they talk about their warranty. Yes.
Their own warranty.
Yes, you just got to listen to what they're saying.
Brenda, what is your issue with Appliance Factory Outlet?
Well, to be completely specific, it's Product Protection Plus is the warranty company that they use.
Okay. And I think that's their own, right? I think it's their own.
I really don't know, but as Mark says, you know, we're pretty aware of what we're buying. We've bought 5 major appliances from them in the past 5 years. We're completely, you know, we're understanding of that. And where we stand today is 9 months of repair attempts. Finally, they approved a product replacement. They've delayed. We accepted the product replacement that they offered us, and then they reneged.
Wait.
And they're offering...
Why did they renege?
They sent me... They will not talk on the phone. They only do email. And they said that the product would not be available. They wanted to offer me
well, okay, hold on. Did they renege because of that, the product's not available, or did they say we changed our mind? I mean, there's a big difference there, Brenda.
Suzanne and Daphne have the exact email. We understand, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but let us know for the listeners. What did it say?
Yeah, our options are limited, and what was offered is what we have available.
Okay.
And when I accepted it, they said it wasn't available.
Okay.
And they, but that's not a good excuse.
No, but I mean, if it isn't, listen, I'm not sticking up for these guys. If it isn't available, it's okay for them to offer you an option.
They offered it, I accepted it, and then they said, no, it's not available.
Okay.
They reneged.
Okay.
I mean, I complied with all of their terms and conditions of everything. I accepted the solution that they offered. Then they backed out of that. Then it's been since January the 7th, they said that they would look into getting another unit.
Okay.
I'm ready to file small claims on these people.
Well,
I mean, I've been waiting since...
You may or may not have a case. Let's talk about it. What alternative did they offer? Did they offer money?
Yes, they offered a credit. They won't define the amount to use at Appliance Factory Warehouse.
What do you mean they won't define the amount? What does that mean?
Would they give you a full credit?
No, I don't think so.
Well, you have to define it. How do we know it's not $10,000? Okay,
no kidding, but
Brenda,
they only...
Who are you dealing with there?
Versus they only communicate on email. The person won't even give his or her name.
So they don't sign the email.
The bottom line is...
They don't sign the email.
The bottom line... Correct. If we cannot agree upon a selection unit, PPP will need to issue you a buyout so that you may select the unit of your choice.
Okay. All right. Did they say what that buyout is?
Hell no. It's been since January the 7th.
All right. Brenda.
This has actually been going on since March.
Brenda, I want to ask a few questions, okay? Just really quick. This is the speed round for Tom, okay? What kind of appliance is it?
It's a Frigidaire side-by-side stainless steel refrigerator.
Okay. Now, are you willing to take cash?
Sure.
How much did you pay for that? How much did you pay for that refrigerator? No, it's not to buy a comparable. It's what you paid. What did you pay for that refrigerator?
Correct. I think all in it was like $700.
Okay. Next question. Did you ever get any use out of it? Did you? How long have you used it?
I bought the extended warranty. It worked fine for a year and 3 months.
Okay. A year and 3 months. Okay. So, so 15 months of service. And did they put anything in writing as far as an amount, whether it be credit, refund, anything? Nothing. So when they say
it's a credit, they indicated it would be a credit that I could use at Appliance Factory Warehouse.
Did they say what the credit would be, the amount of the credit?
No.
Okay.
No. And Daphne and Suzanne have all these email strings.
How much was the warranty?
Every word.
Was the warranty
$89?
$89 for the warranty. Okay. When you read the warranty, which I did not, it could say that, it's their option to offer you this, or this.
Correct.
I don't know. I have no idea. So did you take time to read the warranty?
Does.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it does say that.
What does it say? So it's all on their terms, right?
Correct. Whatever they decide, whatever it has to be comparable, etc. It can't be a different model.
But that's bad for you if you go to small claims court. That's bad for you. And I don't think small claims court is a bad option, except if you sign something saying you wouldn't do that.
No, I didn't.
It's not in the warranty? Have we ever had luck calling them, Suzanne?
Well, their contact changed, so I'm going to text the old contact and see if I can get the new. Yes.
John was a pretty good guy.
He wasn't. He actually gave me that contact, Tom, and I have no idea what I did with it.
Oh, so he forwarded. He was nice enough to give you the new.
But it's been a long time.
Brenda, I will say for the amount they sell, let's be fair, I don't get a lot of complaints, okay? But
they're almost all exactly warranty issues.
They all are exactly the same when we do, and that is that warranty. It just and you understood you weren't getting a factory warranty, right?
Oh, absolutely. I'm very aware that, like I said, we bought 5 different major appliances from them the last 5 years.
And that price is way low. My God.
It certainly is. It was a fabulous deal, and if they would just
I wonder why
the program and
I wonder why they don't have factory warranties. Why is that?
Because they buy them so cheap. They're buying very cheap.
In my cases, in all my cases, it comes with a 1-year factory warranty for GE or Frigidaire. That's great.
Oh, okay.
And that's fine. And then I bought the extended warranty that after that 1 year is over, then the product protection plus warranty kicks in. And that's what I am now going under. They worked from March. They worked from March until November, even though it far exceeded the lemon protection. The lemon protection said that they just had to do 3 repairs on the same issue. I was super patient.
What lemon protection?
Pandemic.
What lemon? You mean under the warranty?
Correct.
Okay. Hold on, and let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do reaching out to one of the contacts, okay? Hold on.
If you missed it earlier, we have your chance to...
Nothing this break, you're good.
$1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200. And good luck. This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 6:30 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, let's start off with the good news. Highway 36 has reopened between Highway 66 and Hygiene Road following that crash investigation from this morning, so good news there. The rest of the drive across town looking fairly decent. There's a crash off highway on the westbound side of Bellevue at Logan. That's approaching Broadway. Watch out for police and rescue vehicles on the scene. The highway drive in really good shape across town. I-25 and I-70, no delays through the heart of the city. Up in the high country, watch out for high winds along Highway 285 up around Kenosha Pass. 31 pinpoint weather. Going to be increasing cloud breezy, a high of 64. Right now, 57. Your Impact Traffic and Weather. I'm Pete Wagner.
How many times can people say the same thing about him?
What's that?
How many times can they testify about the same thing? He's going to be impeached, you know. So, what do you mean?
He'll be impeached, but it won't go through the Senate.
But what'll happen though? Like, can he be removed from office a day early, or what's the purpose? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know. Personally and financially, many businesses will close permanently. Believe me, you're not alone if some of your bills have gone unpaid. And especially stressful are the IRS matters, many of them coming to a head after last year's delayed filings. But tax bills are not going away. That's why you need to contact my friends Ron and Jack Larson at LarsonTaxRelief.com. 844-LARSON-TAX. The Larson brothers and their team of experts are specialists in emergency and long-term tax relief.
Even if you're unsure of your tax status and problems, they can sort it out and help you with strategies. So you come out of this pandemic in the best possible tax position. Way better than you could do on your own. Call now, LarsonTaxRelief.com. 844-LARSON-TAX. 844-LARSON tax. Or LarsonTaxRelief.com.
Rates are like a roller coaster lately. Are you concerned about the future and how to protect your home? Do you want to become mortgage safe? Take AIM, Affordable Interest Mortgage. With home values still at their highest level ever and rates at historic lows, now may be the best time to be prepared if the economy changes. Last time, many of our friends lost their home when it was unnecessary. Take AIM, 720-895-0500. Many of our clients have the ability to tap their equity should the economy change, all without having to borrow the money now. We can show you how to access your equity in these uncertain times to give you peace of mind and allow you to focus on what's important, your family. Call Affordable Interest Mortgage at 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. We are locally owned and operated since 2001. Our reputation of putting you first with straight answers and listening are unmatched in Colorado. Let us help you protect your home. Take AIM, 720-895-0500, where it's all about you.
Are you suffering from leg pain, aching, swelling, cramps, restless legs? 1 in 5 people lives with the discomfort of vein disease, and that's a lot more common than you think. The doctors at United Vein Centers are board-certified vein specialists who will get you back on your feet fast with the help of laser technology and little to no downtime. Go to UnitedVeinCenters.com for more information or call 1-800-NEW-LEGS to schedule your free vein screening today. That's 1-800-NEW-LEGS. United Vein Centers, America's top vein care center.
If you've ever sold a home, you know it's a hassle. From the prep work to the open houses, not to mention the surprise showings. What if I told you there was a stress-free way to buy and sell a home? Well, go to Orchard.com. Their Move First service helps you buy, then list your old home once you're all moved out. That means you'll never have to deal with showings, open houses, double moves, or double mortgages. And to make sure you get the best possible price, Orchard can also handle making repairs or updates, so your home is list ready. Joe, a recent Orchard client, said, "With Orchard, we got our new home for $10,000 less and got asking price on our old one. Highly recommend." Cabot, another client, said, "We didn't have to carry 2 mortgages, didn't have to rush a move, and most importantly, we beat out 7 other offers for our new home." Go to Orchard.com now. Enter your address and get started with a free valuation. It's that easy. That's Orchard.com. Again, Orchard.com.
So you're living in a download world with a vinyl soul. Hey, it's Fever, I get it. I've been
got at least 2 minutes, right?
Which means I'm a lover of turntables as well. And the only...
You got 1:30.
Well, just listen up. They've got the best names in the biz. Techniques, project, forms, and more. Plus accessories like solid walnut stands with storage space for your RAM. Oh, they're so cool. Listen up.
Right.
Technical expert since 1972. Denver, Boulder, Spring. On listenup.com.
Guys, it's a crazy period of time we are living in. Quarantine, shelter in place, masks, and social distancing. There's a lot on your plate. But the one thing you don't have to worry about this year or any year is erectile dysfunction. Peak Performance for Men has helped thousands of guys just like you overcome erectile dysfunction with just a few short in-office appointments, and they guarantee the results or your money back. You heard right. Guaranteed results or your money back. Peak Performance for Men has helped thousands of men. We're the leader in the industry. No pills, no pumps, no pain, no surgery, and no downtime. You might have to wear a mask, but you don't have to suffer from erectile dysfunction. Call Peak Performance for Men now and we'll waive the initial consultation fee when you mention this ad. 720-552-8181. 720-552-8181. Or go online, peakperformanceformen.com. Free consultation, guarantee results. That's Peak Performance for Men.
Denver's top station. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for 5 to 6. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. I want to remind you to protect all of your stuff, your laptops, your tablets, your phone, your computers, just $2 each a month with SaferNet.com. It's the best solution because it's an app you put on that runs in the background.
It actually sped up my internet speed because it gets rid of junk and clutter trying to attack you. So I actually sped up my traffic. And by the way, it encrypts all of your information so people can't steal passwords. Even if you're on a public Wi-Fi, they can't steal anything because you have this app running. And it's only $2 a month. In fact, you get 44 days free. There's no reason why everyone right now shouldn't go and get it. 44 days free. Just put Tom in the promo code, safernet.com. Okay, continuing on this, we are trying to find out what's going on with Appliance Factory Outlet. As I said, we get continual complaints about their warranty issue. Not anything else, really. And they are cheap. That's for damn sure. They're pretty cheap. Now, Deputy Dan looked into an issue, speaking of appliances, and it's from Chuck. And this was the original problem, Chuck, is about, I couldn't believe it. You had them, you had a washer, the inspector said wasn't running right. You called Appliance Repair Center. Now, this is another place. They charged $75 for a service call, and they came and said there's nothing wrong with it for $75. Then they left, and it is broken, and now they say you need a circuit board, but they said it on the phone without even coming there. Dan, what did they say about that?
Oh, okay, so I did get a hold of them, but I cannot find Appliance Repair Center anywhere on the web. I think it's a nationwide, and they just
it's a lead generator.
A lead generator. Anyway,
we have no idea who actually went out.
So you actually did get a hold of somebody, though. How'd you get a hold of them, Dan?
Well, I called their number that Chuck gave me.
Okay, and what did you find out?
So I started talking to him about it, and then I told him the situation. He says, well, of course, the guy, if it was working out there, you know, he can't diagnose it. But then I told him just what Chuck had said, that he said he called up a technician. Yeah. The guy says it's a circuit board. And he says he can't get a hold of a technician. And he says, I said, but he did. The technician gave him a number. And then I says, where are you guys located at? He said, none of your business.
Oh, my God.
He says, I'm ending this call, and then he hung up on me.
All right, give us that number you called so we can let him know that people are listening. What is that number?
877-263-9592. And he's an ass.
Now, you can call this ass and just say, listen, folks, you know what I say. I'm not into violence. I'm not into threatening or anything. Okay, please. But as a Martino Marauder, maybe I should even change that name now. But as a Martino deputy, simply say you heard about him on the radio and you will never use them ever. Ever, because of what they did here. The appliance, see, all we wanted to know is, how do you diagnose something without going there? What did he say, Dan?
He says that there's no way he could have got a hold of a technician.
Okay. Do you have the number of that actual tech?
Which one did you said, Chuck? You'll have to give which tech that was. That
I have Mr. Wixon's number is 303-901-0156.
Okay, 303-901 what?
0156.
Now, did you call that one, Dan?
No, I didn't. I just called the main number.
We should call that tech because he's the one that did it. And the main number sucks. We can call them too. But that tech, Dan, we should call that tech and say, how could you diagnose something over the phone? That's really what I want to find out. And by the way, this clearing center, 877-263-9592, that you can call and just say, hey, we heard about you on the Tom Martino radio show. If you want to comment, you can call 303-MARTINO, but you don't have to be rude because they just flat out refuse to even talk. Now, listen, no one has to come on the radio, but at least say, okay, we'll take care of it. He says nobody can get a hold of a technician. So here's the way I look at it. They're an appliance, what they sound like is a lead aggregator, and they suck. 877-263-9592. You know, this power that I give you as a consumer, or that we have as consumers, needs to be exercised. Not in a stupid way, just in a peaceful way. We heard about you. You sounded like an ass, or it's not professional. We're not going to use your company. And what's the name of that company again, Dan? The appliance repair center, wasn't it? The appliance. I think Dan. I think I put Dan on hold. Hold on, Dano. What was that name again?
Appliance Repair Center.
Good. Thank you, Dan.
Find it on Google.
Appliance Repair Center. And Dan, are you monitoring online comments?
Yes.
That time Mark and I were talking off the air and asking for an opinion from these people on social issues that we were talking about if it bugged them. Did you get response?
Oh, yeah. It got quite a bit on YouTube, and then it locked up, and I had to reboot YouTube.
But what were they saying what were they saying in general?
Oh, both good. There's both on both sides of it.
Like
that. Go ahead.
Like, were they telling, as far as the show, did they want us discussing stuff like that or not?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, they thought it was, it was good feedback. One guy said, "Oh, not again." Yeah, see, and I promise my listeners, I'm not trying to change political ideologies. I don't have an agenda. But the thing about free speech and censorship and all that, and I realize they're private companies and all that, but the whole movement is scaring the hell out of me. It really is, this thing about how much control high tech has, but we are giving them that control. And I guess, if consumers get pissed enough, I guess they can stop using them. I guess they can.
Or when someone builds a better mousetrap.
Anyway, thank you, Deputy Dan. Okay, now, Nate, you have an issue with a warranty. Now, who was the roofer, Nate?
So it says it was RJI Professionals in Golden, Colorado.
Well, what do you mean it says that? Didn't you hire them?
I didn't hire him. So the story is I bought this house in November. It was advertised as a newer roof, and through some investigation, we found out that the roof was replaced back in 2018.
Okay, well, that is a newer roof.
Right. So I got home Monday, and there was water dripping from all my bath fans. The drywall was damaged. Not a good situation. So I crawled up into the attic, and I noticed that there was water droplets on all of the nails near the bath fans.
So that indicated it's been going on for a while. But Nate, I got some good and bad news. Well, I got maybe mostly bad, and that is this. If there was a roof warranty, it may not be transferable if there was a warranty, but this may be old damage. In other words, sometimes when people replace roofs, they just replace the top. They replace or the felt in the roof, and they don't really fix other issues that may have been there before. In other words, does it look like that leaking could have been going on before 2018?
Actually, no. It looks like, there's no evidence of moisture around the nail holes other than the water droplets.
All right, you hang on, and we'll come right back to you.
Now,
Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance, where you only pay for what you need.
You're a busy bee, man.
You're in great shape for highway drives across the Mile High City Freeway system. For the most part, there is still some delay on southbound 225 between Tamarack and I-25 on the south end, so just watch out for that. Otherwise, you're in decent shape. I-25, I-70, when you go through the heart of the city. No delays in 225 and Aurora, trouble-free on the turnpike. You're in decent shape at 470 and Highlands Ranch as well. There is a crash off-highway on the westbound side of Bellevue at Logan. That's approaching Broadway. Police remain on the scene. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, increasing cloudy, a high of 64, right now cloudy and 61. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 K-How.
Welcome back to
All right, you got Colorado Bank here, fix it in about 10 seconds.
Game show where you only pay for what you need. And we're out of time. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Let's talk about fixing your house. FixMyHome.com. It's easy to remember. FixMyHome.com. That is a company I know. Fix it 24/7. I know all of the major players personally. And I know a lot of the staff, too. So for $39, you get an expert to your home, fully licensed, insured, background checked, and, of course, trained. And they find the problem no matter what it is for $39, give you options in writing. If you decide to have it done, you don't have to. If you decide to have it done, they credit you. If not, that's all you pay is $39. It's very simple, and you're always given prices up front with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. You don't have to live with pain. Now, I can tell you personally, I live with pain.
Sorry, I forgot you had another spot. That was my bad.
Okay.
I got you after this, so I'll just put another pause. Sorry.
Get your business racing ahead, so call to learn more and sit up.
Remember the lady we were trying to find a place for?
Wait, sorry, my bad. Colorado Pain Care, 10 seconds, here you go.
Or spot on.
Find what for, Mark?
When you're ready to stop spinning your business wheels, 844-622-5666 or spotonfinancial.com.
I have personally lived with pain many, many years, no longer. And you don't have to live with pain either. I am so happy that this pain clinic exists. Remember the name. Pass it around. Seriously. ColoradoPainCare.com. Colorado Pain Care. And then .com. Now, Colorado Pain Care, a group of local doctors. Now, they deal with all major insurance, workers' comp, and Medicare, and they deal with pain. Yes, they have meds, but the purpose and their whole function is to get you off meds through therapies and even emotional therapy. They have, like, interventional procedures. They have epidurals, they have steroids, they have spinal cord stimulators, nerve blocks, radio frequency, nerve control. Call them. 303-GOT-PAIN.
This is Dan Kaplis. People often ask what the secret is to the many large jury verdicts and settlements that we've been fortunate to win. I tell them that our tactic is the truth. Our clients are very good people who've been seriously injured because of someone else's recklessness, and we do whatever it takes to make sure that their true story is told and proven. And because our cause 303-907-5003 or hit DanKaplisLaw.com. That's DanKaplisLaw.com.
When it comes to your business, there's a lot of things you know and a few things you want to learn more about fast. If you're looking for an easy and affordable way to get smarter about what your customers are thinking, you need to check out Research Raccoon. Just tell the Research Raccoons whatever your business question is. Maybe it's about a new menu item for a restaurant. Maybe it's finding out what your audience really thinks about your business name. Maybe you don't even know what questions you're supposed to be asking. Let the Research Raccoons know what's on your mind, and they'll poll potential U.S.-based customers that day, giving you clean data you can use to make smarter business decisions for less than you'd think. No matter the size of your business, Research Raccoon gives you the tools to learn at an affordable price. So discover what your business should be doing and move with confidence with Research Raccoon. Visit ResearchRaccoon.com to learn more and discover which plan is best for you. ResearchRaccoon.com. Fast results with big data.
Here's the dirt on dust. It may seem fine, but it's actually made of dead skin cells and dust mite droppings. That's where Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters come in, with thousands of specially coated fibers to trap and block dust in one place.
I'll just bring it up.
Are you
going to hit a call real quick?
Remove the disposable odds and voila! That dust is gone for good.
What's that? I'm going to bring this up.
Say goodbye to the dust. Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffer.
The success of Janet's meal prep business is keeping her from keeping up with customer appetites.
Daily Prep Meals, this is Janet. Yep, you just reheat. Well, we actually have a wait list currently. Oh, can you hold on 1 sec?
She needs to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
John Higgins gave me a phone number, so I'll get connected with that guy, but I just can't until after the show. What?
What's Higgins doing now?
You want me to ask him?
I'm just curious. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
The healthiest and most natural cereal in the supermarket. Grainberry, with amazing onyx sorghum, is packed with powerful plant-based antioxidants.
God, it goes so quick in here
protect
now.
your body from
I know, Mark. I know.
When we make Grainberry, we care about sugar control. That's why
I'm
we
sending
start
out this
with
email
lower sugar than
over
other
1 million
cereals.
times.
Then use our whole grain onyx sorghum to help slow sugar absorption. This sugar control, or sugar taming as we call it, helps manage diabetes and prediabetes. And we didn't have to sacrifice flavor to do it. So buy Grainberry cereal with amazing onyx sorghum and start curbing your sugar today. Available in multi-bran flakes, honey nut toasted oats, and delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat.
All right, 30 seconds.
My kids already had it. So.
Denver's talk station has your shot to win $1,000. You got 12 chances a day, every weekday. Listen at 5 past the hour for the 12K a day giveaway.
All right.
Sponsored by Guy Reese on 630 KHOW.
Brighten your home and save 10% on
by joining the Guy Reed Loyalty Program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reed's, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You know how I feel about whole house water filtration and whole house water softening. I feel mixed because there are a lot of companies that suck that do it. But Water Pros, they are the bomb. They have whole house systems, not for $5,000 and $6,000 like these other guys, but for under $2,000, better quality. You know, this is unheard of. Waterpros.net. You can also get point-of-use filtered drinking water for just under $1,000, like $900 installed. Waterpros.net. 303-862-5554. Testing free of charge. 303-862-5554. Waterpros.net. Okay,
hey,
Mark, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about something, and then I'll take
it. Was either Monday or Friday.
Yeah.
We had a lady call in. She had to move. She had no place to go, so we were going to try to help her find a place.
Remember, it was last week, and the landlord evicted her. She had, or locked her out, and she had roommates that landlord said had ended the lease, and she's crying. She needs a job.
And hold on. Yes, and she said she wanted to work immediately. She would start. And she said that in the past she had a problem with meth, but she's been sober for over a year.
And she said she'd basically never been in trouble and had a criminal record from hell.
Yeah, but she sounded
well, anyhow, we've
like
got an update.
An addict to me.
We're not going to... I remember you thought she was on the up and up. And
no, I didn't. I said addicts make the best liars, Mark. Don't put words in my mouth.
All right.
And I said I was hoping that she was sincere, like I hope for everyone.
All right. We have an update after...
I don't revel in their failure, if that's what you want to do right now.
No, not reveling.
What's happening?
I'm going to tell you next hour.
Oh, it's in a few minutes. Okay, no, that's good. It's in a few minutes. Again, you know, I don't take joy when somebody fails.
A lot of times, though, it's obvious. When they say they don't have a criminal record, then you pull it, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, Tom? Doesn't that right there tell you something?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
She thought she didn't have any recent offenses. Look, I'm looking, Mark.
It was like 3 months ago.
For me, there's no downside at being hopeful and looking for the positive. And then, hold on, when I'm proven wrong, okay, I'm proven wrong.
It's the constant lies like that.
But
it's always what the spotlight shows.
But we made sure we didn't expend ourselves before knowing. So here's what I'm getting at. What do? Assume everybody's a scumbag and not help people?
No, but people that say I don't have a criminal record, and literally that year they did.
Yeah, but then she said she wanted to go to work. So there's no downside to giving her a job if she wants.
That's what we're going to talk about.
This is Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans, and rates are still at record lows. But you don't want to play the waiting game because you're likely to get burned.
That didn't hold people over.
I got the John Higgins scoop. I started my own agency working with some local retailers and producing videos for private equity business sales. It's been a busy year.
Well, ask him if he needs to market. We have wholesale rates on the radio for his clients. Seriously. You tell him that. He can work directly with us. He's smart dude, too.
Great night's sleep, your New Year's resolution with Mattress
And
Firm
then
sale.
for endorsements or anything like that.
$300 on
If you need to market, we have wholesale rates. What did you say after that?
On radio and endorsement opportunities if you want
and get a queen mattress for just $299.99.
What were you going to say for she
Shop in store, online, or by phone with a sleep expert.
I said, okay.
Only at Mattress Firm.
If that doesn't hold people over, no, that's good. Oh, I was going to say that this guy coming on at 1:30, we're too busy. I told him we may not come, but I think we can fit it in. But we never took our line.
This is your chance to win $1,000 on KHOW Denver.
Jesus, Even our financial advisors can't figure out why this economy is doing so well.
Stormed the Capitol. The House is weighing impeaching President Trump for the second time in his term.
Everybody is baffled by it, by our positive outlook. Even though the country's divided. Isn't that weird? We have such a dichotomy here.
Offices ransacked. The sanctity of our Capitol breached for the first time in 2 centuries.
GOP Congressman Tom McClintock told his colleagues in the House it didn't agree with the president's speech, but says impeaching will further divide the country.
Suppressing free speech is not the answer. Holding rioters accountable for their actions is the answer.
Security tightened around the Capitol. In a statement, President Trump said there must be no violence, no law-breaking, and no vandalism of any kind.
Who said that? Trump?
To take up a vote later today. Coronavirus cases reaching a dire new record with 4,300 deaths in the U.S.
It's pretty amazing.
This is ABC News. In response
no one's closing down the U.S. Capitol anymore. You notice that? Now that Biden's coming in, we're all records.
In fact, wait a minute.
Executive Vice President of the Trump organization.
Mayor Cuomo, Governor Cuomo
came out and said
shutdowns are causing more harm than good.
They're not going to mandate a COVID-19 vaccine for their employees, but Dollar General is going to incentivize getting vaccinated. The retailer, deemed an essential business, told the Wall Street Journal it's going to provide employees who get vaccinated with 4 hours of pay. The CEO of the company that employs 157,000 workers, the majority in small towns and rural areas, said it's important to bring the vaccine to rural America. Brian Clark, ABC News.
Walmart is testing a smart cooler that could be placed on customers' doorsteps. It would allow for round-the-clock deliveries by keeping frozen and refrigerated groceries cold. The company will test the cooler later this spring.
What did you say? Walmart's thinking of having a cooler that you would put on your doorstep, so if they deliver frozen or dairy, you're good.
If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize.
Yeah, it's the new milk box. Remember the milk box?
The Fresh Start Initiative.
I missed the roofing call. I assume you guys are going back to that. Am I right? The old homeowners had a new roof done, and now this is.
Go back.
That's what I told them. I thought so.
Well, you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima.
Is that info coming from the person that was going to get her a job?
800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
My contact's name is Travis. He's a huge...
Yeah, but he doesn't know what's going on yet. So
all I'm going to say is he's a huge listener.
Yeah.
He is always offering to help people when they call, he and his wife.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of contacts with the homeless, people who help homeless community and that kind of thing. So that was someone telling him that. So
Trump instead ordered the command to head to Alabama, a state that includes 6 lawmakers who objected to the election results last week. During the House debate on impeaching the president, Colorado Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert called Democrats hypocritical.
I call bullcrap when I hear the Democrats demanding unity. Sadly, they are only unified in hate.
Democrat Diana DeGette says the president is responsible for inciting the riot.
Oh, my goodness.
1 week ago, almost to the hour, I laid right there on the floor of the gallery above us. I heard gunshots in the speaker's lobby. I heard the mob pounding on the door.
That's the latest. I'm Susan Whitkin.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ChallengesWeFace.org.
From the Betfred Sports Traffic Center, I-25 moving at or near posted speeds in both directions on your drive through the metro area. I-70 in good shape as well. There is some of the usual slowing on southbound 225 approaching I-25, but no big problems being reported on any of the highways right now. Off-freeway, heavy traffic on westbound Hamden at Colorado and on northbound Colorado at I-70. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, some clouds this afternoon, a high in the mid-60s. Will drop down into the upper 20s overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy tomorrow for your Thursday and colder with a high in the upper 30s. It's 65 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janelle Rose, 630 KHAL.
Something's
Is she
wrong.
smart?
We can feel it.
She's starting to learn shit.
Our social media
Because she's supposed to be extremely smart.
Extreme ideology is tearing us apart.
Say that again.
Once
They're
England
supposed to be
edition
extremely
get the real
smart.
story at challenges we face.
Like her number
Rates are like
66.
a roller coaster lately.
Oh,
Are you
but the
concerned about
border
the
collie
future?
won.
And
I
how to
thought they
protect
were
your home?
related
Do you
to
want to
border
become mortgage safe?
I don't know.
Take AIM, affordable interest mortgage.
Well, she's pretty good. What her shepherd? She's only
ever.
3 or 2 or 3. Jessica Stanford. One is border collie ministry. Wow.
Many of our friends lost their home when it was unnecessary.
She's pretty smart. She's getting there quick. She's only 13 weeks old.
Many of our clients have the ability to tap their equity should the economy change.
I can teach you
all
new shit.
without having to borrow the money now. We can show you how to access your equity in these uncertain times.
Are you
Peace
kidding?
of mind
Craves
and
it.
allow you to focus on what's
He's always
important.
trying to make me happy.
Call Affordable Interest Mortgage at 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. We are locally owned and operated since 2001. Our
We got a whole
reputation
ass
is putting you
out here.
first with straight answers
We got
and
an
listening
electrician
are
in our
unmatched in
house.
Colorado. Let us
I got
help you
lights
protect your home.
downstairs and
Take
upstairs that are
720-895-0500.
Are you crazy on how this Are you crazy about it?
I thought we were on the second.
Is it because we're here? Doesn't it?
Well, at home, man, it was like, it's just a lot different, man.
You know, there's something nice about it, but something not nice about it. You get stir crazy.
At home? Oh, man, I was cooked. I was cooked.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget
Works.com. I love that URL. Real CBD. That Works.com. Panacea Life Sciences. 30% off all products. If you use Tom in the promo code, they have gel caps and chewables and lotions. I use the chewables. I love them. The big chewable. I think it's 75. It might be 50 milligrams, whatever it is. The big chewable. Anyway, realcbd.works.com. 30% off Tom in the promo code. Let's talk a warranty issue here. A new roof. This is a weird one because there's a lot of different issues. First and foremost, okay, Nate bought the house and inherited the roof. It was put on in 18, so 19, 20, 21. We're coming up on 3 years, but are warranties transferable? Not always. What about if it was never done correctly? Still no issue. These people have no contractual obligation. Now, however, what's really weird, and I'll let Nate talk, but if Nate, listen to this one. This is a weird one. If Nate went after the sellers and the sellers said, as a result of your fraudulent activity, we are now have to pay damages, so therefore you owe us. That is one way around it, if you could do that daisy chain. However, Nate, I want you to continue, and then I want to remind everyone, Mark's going to give us an update on a woman that was very sketchy, but I had hoped she was going to make it. And she sounded so eager to start work, and she said she had a meth problem years ago, but that was only after we found out. She first said she had no background, and she was willing to work, and her roommates moved out, and she needed a place to live, and then she needed a place to work. So we're going to talk about all that coming up on what happened, because I even said we would incentivize her if she stayed on the job for 30 days and stayed in a place to live. So, Nate, where are you on this roof? Did you have a transferable warranty? Do you know?
You know, I don't know for sure, Tom. I sent over the contract and the invoice to Suzanne.
What contract and invoice, Nate? What contract?
Yeah. The contract from RJI Professionals with State Farm. Apparently, State Farm handled the claim, but the previous homeowners are the ones that hired RJI Professionals.
No, of course they did. But what does it say about a warranty?
Labor, 50-year product.
What's that?
5-year labor and a 50-year product.
But is that all it says?
Yeah, that's all it says.
Well, then that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. I have to see it exactly. But if that has a manufacturer's warranty and it's a defective product, those are often honored past ownership. Often, not always.
What's the issue with the roof? What needs to be fixed?
What is wrong with it? Is it the installation or the product? Let's do that first.
Okay, so I have a friend who owns a roofing business.
Is it the installation or the product? We can actually get right to that question, Nate, in the interest of time.
Yeah, it's the installation.
Okay. What did your friend say who owned a roofing company?
Okay, so he says that all of the bath fans were installed improperly, which it is listed that they changed them out at the time of installation back in 2018.
In other words, the fan itself was not flashed properly?
Correct. The termination on the roof was not done properly.
The flashing, exactly.
Yes, and that's allowing the water to get under the shingles, which is causing the drips on the roofing nails through the sheathing.
Got it. So now, I was hoping if it was a factory thing, you have better luck with factories than you do with installers.
Right.
So here's what it says. It says this is an estimate. Manufacturer's warranty 50. Warranties are controlled by manufacturers. Labor warranty period in years 5. But it doesn't say what labor or what it does. I mean, this is really ambiguous. Mark, look at that. I don't see what anything can be done here. I don't know. If you're trying to get this roofer to come through for you, you're going to have a really tough time. You do not have a contract with them, bro.
Yeah, I understand that, and I've hired my friend to go ahead and do the repairs because we've got a leaky roof. And
how about going after? How would the seller cooperate with you? For example, what if you ask the seller, say, look, I'm going to hold you responsible, wink, wink. Why don't you go after the roofer?
I'm sure they would be open to that, yeah.
Geez, by the way, anyone buying a house,
have you even asked?
Don't assume warranties are transferable. Mark, go ahead.
Have you even asked the guy to fix it?
I've called RJI. They won't return my calls.
Now, that's ridiculous. They won't even return your call. So you've never been rejected?
No.
Okay, let's call them. Well, let's just do it. I mean, it does say 3-year warranty. Now, you could take it the other way around. You could say because it's ambiguous, guess what? It's construed against you.
Wouldn't it be easier just to have the old homeowners do the contacting for the warranty work, Tom, instead of causing waves with them and having them pissed off at the new homeowner? It's just an idea.
Yeah, they probably already know by now because he's left messages at, someone new's there.
I didn't think of that.
You should see their warranty on their website. You think it's ambiguous on there? Their warranty on their website, it doesn't even make sense. The RJI warranty, our warranty means a great deal for you and to us. We know that you'll want a home improvement contractor you trust, whether you need a roofing contractor.
Where's the warranty?
There is no warranty, but that is the RJI warranty.
It's like that other company about the transmissions. Remember that? Monster Transmissions. All it said was...
wait, here's their warranty. What? They give you a peace of mind.
See... You got Nate, I'm serious,
That's exactly what it says. The RJI Professional's Warranty gives you a peace of mind.
Oh, God.
There you go.
How much will...
I don't have any peace of mind. My roof is leaking.
How much will the repairs cost?
So far, we said several hundred. They're not sure until they actually start peeling off the shingles and getting the terminations off the roof exactly what's going to need done.
It's going to be about $300 per, I think. How many do you have?
We have a total of, between the roof vents and the bath fans, I think there's 15 of them up there.
Okay, so that's a vent's different than the fan. So let's say an average of 200 times 15.
You think it's that much?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, it wouldn't have been if they did it in the beginning.
Well, yeah,
but they have to go back now. They have to go back now. It's harder now. So each one...
He's got to buy several bundles of the shingle to match and so on and so forth.
It might even be more than that. I'm thinking about $3, only because, think about it, for each vent, they have to do surgery. Let's ask Jay Bretz. But you might want to sue in small claims court the seller. I don't think you have anything you can do against. I mean, unless you want to go to court.
I don't think he could do anything against a seller by any stretch.
Why?
How would the seller know this was an issue?
Because they hired a company to do it. Did they note on the disclosure they had any? They had to have known it was leaking. Don't you think, Nate? It wasn't the first time it rained. I mean, don't you think they knew?
I would think so. I mean, like you said, it's
and why wasn't the drywall ruined? You ought to see if. I wonder if they had things fixed without telling you. I wonder if they knew it was leaking. See, that was
that's a whole different set of
but
issues.
That's the only issue you have with non-disclosure. That's the only one you have. So you might want to investigate whether repairs were done recently on the drywall and all that.
Look at the disclosure when you closed, and it'll talk about the roof.
And remember, on a disclosure, if it says "don't know," basically it means they do know, and it's bad, or they don't want to take a chance. 303-713-TALK 713-8255. Now, we have a lot more to talk about, okay? Bennett, I know you want to give kudos and talk about the stimulus check. Rick, he wants to know the process. If you can't serve someone, which is interesting, we'll talk about that and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
In 30 seconds.
Do roller coaster stock markets make?
I think it'd be interesting if they came on. Why don't you try them?
Don't let market volatility.
I mean, in simple addition, I think that I hope she catches. I did this. I'm going to chime in and say that. I'm sorry, I got that one wrong. Yeah.
Call today to schedule a complimentary.
Ask Mark. I bragged about going over it 3 times. What spot do we have?
I don't think any spot.
Huh?
0 risk.
Your money, your retirement.com.
30 or 60?
60.
Let's talk about getting her carpets clean. Mark, 0 res is incredible. I mean, I just didn't know that soft water and empowered water with alkaline, which is in the water, they absolutely patented this because it cleans. I mean, you could actually take it in a bottle and spot clean. It's so strong.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's like new. And I'm telling you, I've had our carpets on. First of all, they dry in no time because there's no soap clinging to anything, and they don't have to make sure they rinse everything out because it's just empowered water. And now 2 areas for $79. That's incredible.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, and they're big areas too. 2 for $79. And while you're having there, you may have to do more, but that's up to you. That's ZeroResDenver.com. I actually had them come out and do a vehicle for me, my helicopter, honest to God, because I wanted to make it like new. Anyway, ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150.
Don't let chronic pain be your new normal. Hi, I'm consumer advocate Tom Archino for Colorado Pain. Individual treatment plans, comprehensive, with safe use of medication.
Okay, Danny's flying into town.
The caller hung up, but Jay Bretz was listening to the whole thing and called in. So
I need to ask. I need to go right back to Liz and say I did something wrong.
303.pain or Colorado
God almighty, I went over it how many times?
What'd you do?
If you've ever sold a home,
I did everything right listed, but then he added it up wrong.
To the open houses, not to mention the surprise show.
It didn't look wrong to me. Now I got to go look at it. Did you miss an entire month?
Their Move First service helps you buy. Then list your old home once you're all moved out. That means you'll never have to deal with showings, open houses, double moves, or double mortgages.
Oh, yeah. I see what you did.
You did. Possible price.
Bad math, bro.
No, and you know why I did that? Because I had it all done. And then Suzanne said there's another payment for January. So I added that up, updated the total.
For $10,000 less and got asking price on our old one. Highly recommend. Cabot, another client, said, we didn't have to carry 2 mortgages, didn't have to rush to move. And most importantly, we beat out 7 other offers for our new home. Go to Orchard.com now, enter your address, and get started with a free valuation. It's that easy. That's Orchard.com. Again, Orchard.com.
We've all been there, a party at somebody's house, maybe even yours. Everybody ends up in the kitchen, and then everybody
they needed a change.
Holy shit.
And you know what would be really surprising? What would not surprise me? it's Miles who kind of got that ball rolling.
I bet he brought it to life. What happened? We can't talk about it.
We'll tell you about it afterwards.
Oh, what was that $5?
Oh, because I connect QuickBooks to the bank to download. I told you it was a fee. It was their own fee.
We charge you anytime we log on to your shit, $5.
So he said he would fix it. He goes, oh, I didn't realize that. That was from us. I will fix that
Make
now.
sure you charge him another $5 for answering that question. You got any more questions, Martino?
Saving today is money tomorrow. That's deep.
Are you going to get that Hyundai? Would you decide on that? Yes. Or does she want something else? It's okay.
Michael Brown here.
Just what is it? No big deal. What is it?
She wants leather seats because she says she won't be able to keep cloth seats. I think it's bullshit.
Now, regardless, that's just the next level up.
And I said, well,
what you might not know is that Dr. Eric
covered, but no
served
matter
as the
what,
director of research
I
and development,
budgeted.
or that Dr. Adam Graves and
So,
and
but I don't want to
other
spend
doctors.
that. I'd rather
Does she like that look?
Oh, she loves that car.
The 20 or 21?
Created using the highest quality CBD in the country.
Okay, well then the next one up, they have one. They're 21. I already know how much they are, and I know where one is. McDonald's does not have one, but I know where one is. I don't know.
I want a white. I like white with leather.
That interview's coming on soon, so go to Jane Brett's and please update on the homeless girl from last week.
We're teasing. We're teasing.
Okay, that interview's going to end up taking it up. All right.
From the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer Weather Center. Temperatures will be running about 15 degrees warmer than normal today. Pinpointing a high of 60 degrees. Back on at 30, guys. Windy in the plains tomorrow. Heads up.
Get bright light on.
Weather meteorologist Bruce Garner.
This report is sponsored by ChallengesWeFace.org.
Every day we're bombarded.
Yeah, we already got all that. Oh, you mean in house? Yeah, just one a week. Just rotate them whenever. Don't do it in any certain.
Get the real story at challengesweface.org. 630 KHOW.
An iHeartRadio station.
Let's see. I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, very quickly, I want to talk to
He is a roofer with Excel Roofing. He's the owner, operator. I've known Jay for years and years. I even said he's a friend of mine, if you want to believe that. Now, Jay, this is when the guy did the roof, apparently, that the person bought the house, and he inherited this roof. By the way, when you do a roof, are warranties transferable?
It depends on the company, Tom. And if somebody has their roof done by Excel Roofing, we guarantee the property for 5 years, not just the homeowner, but whoever owns that house. And I've been listening to this whole thing, and I tell you what, I have a couple comments.
Okay, I want to tell people what it was. He's having leaking now, and he believes it's coming from all the roof jacks, vents, and fans, and they have to be flashed. Go ahead.
My first comment is roofers are slow right now. I don't understand why this company that did the job doesn't just go out there and take care of it. You know me, that's just the way I am.
Yeah, well, because if they didn't do it for him, they did it for the previous owner, and I think they know it.
I understand that, but just go take care of your work. If you've done something wrong, just go fix it. But my other comment is, this sounds more like a condensation deal than a flashing leak to me, because when you see water dripping off the bottom of nails, normally that means that we've got condensation of some type in the attic. And I think maybe those hoses that bring that really hot, moist air up from the bathroom, maybe it's not connected properly to that vent cap.
Are you saying it's possible the roof is not leaking?
It's possible. That's what it sounds like to me. But it's very difficult to diagnose.
I hope he is listening. I hope he is listening, because Nate, that is a really good observation. It could be condensation.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
If it was a roof leak, it would be dripping in through one spot. But if it's a condensation problem, that's when we see the water dripping off the bottom of many of the nails.
Of course, it could do both, right?
It could.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. But I think that there is maybe something else going on. And I heard the homeowner say that they're going to need 2 or 3 bundles of shingles to fix this. So I'm really kind of wondering if there's a correct diagnosis. And whenever we have a leak, what I do is we go up there with a hose and we make damn sure we know exactly where the water is coming in before we start turning everything
Hey, Jay, I don't know where this guy lives, but would you send someone out to look at it if he's somewhat close?
I can, but like he was saying, his buddy's a
yeah, I know. He's not going to have him do the job anyway. So
well, here's the problem, though. Jay's saying the buddy might be completely wrong on the diagnosis.
I know. This guy could be spending thousands. Nate, I hope you're still listening. And Jay, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And Excel, by the way, 303-761-6400. What are you doing now if things are slow? You want to plug anything?
Skiing.
No, I'm talking about what do you want to plug as far as services? I know you cleaned our gutters. Man, you did a great job. Honest to God, that was great. What else?
Gutter cleaning is an important thing. And for everybody out there, we have fixed rate pricing on gutter cleaning. If for a one-story house, it's $199. Two-story house, $299. We come out, we get that taken care of. Because it's been so warm, we just haven't seen the ice dams and things like that we normally do. But I tell you what we're doing a lot of is real estate transactions. If somebody's going to sell their house and they have any questions about the roof, they should call us out for a pre-inspection, and we'll let them know exactly what's going on with the roof before they get to the time when they have a roof inspection by the
He did that on our house.
What does that cost for customers to call you?
You know, we'll usually go out and inspect those for free, Tom.
Wow. If you're selling your house, get a roof inspection from Excel, because then you arm yourself. First of all, you can fix any minor issues, or if it comes up from another inspector saying there's a lot wrong, you can say, look, I have this roofer, Premier Roofer, just, Excel Roofing, that did the whole damn thing, and here's what they say. So that's Excel Roofing. That's Excel as in excellent, E-X-C-E-L, Excel, 303-761-6400. I did the 15, right? Okay, so let's keep going here. And Bennett, I am so sorry for the wait, Bennett. What is going on?
Hey, Thomas. Just want to give you a compliment on Compass Insurance.
Good. The insurance checkup is wonderful if you did it, because they checked like 25 companies.
Yeah, Tom, about 2-3 years ago, I checked with them. They saved me a ton of money. I just checked with them again today with Brian Burns. He saved me another $600 a year.
Wow. That is wonderful.
And,
go ahead.
And also, Tom, you were talking about the stimulus earlier. I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent, but we got a call from the bank about a month ago, and they said, you got $1,200 sitting here for you and your wife.
Wow. Hey, do you mind giving it to me? I'm just kidding. Anyway, Bennett, that's nice that you're... Now, wait a minute. Is that $1,200 each?
No. That was $600 apiece.
Oh, the new one?
Yes.
Did you get the old one, too?
Yes, we did.
Okay, Bennett, what are you going to do with it?
Tom, to tell you the honest truth, I hate to say this, we really didn't need the money, but we're just going to put it in the bank.
Okay. Bennett, how's everything going?
Tom, since I got over my cancer, everything is going
I didn't want to ask straight up like that, but, man, you're cancer-free?
Yes, I am.
Come on, man. How did that happen?
Well, Tom, I had a very good doctor at the Cancer Center in Aurora. I had 4 PET scans last year, and I had one this year. And they're saying if it's still clear, it's every 6 months.
What kind of cancer?
What it was, Tom, it was a tumor pushing on my esophagus.
Did you have it removed?
Yes, they did remove it with radiation.
What? That's called a cyberknife, or that's a trade name for one of them, I guess. But anyway, thank you for calling, Bennett, and I wish you the best. Okay? Rick, go ahead, Rick. What's going on, Rick? And we have our lines open, 303-713-TALK. I'm going to tell you something. We have an interview coming up, and it's going to blow your mind. It's about somebody getting into high-tech saying, I want it to be free and open, and he's going to do an IPO, and this is a guy that has a proven track record. I mean, this could be like the beginnings of a Facebook or Twitter. Who knows how much moolah you can make. Now, I'm not advising people to invest. I'm just saying this is an incredible opportunity, and I want you to hear about it, too. Now, Rick, what about you? What's going on, Rick?
Well, I was calling. I won a court case, a small claims case, and I sent out the interrogatories, and he refused to sign them and send them back.
You can have a... Now, wait, was he actually served?
Yes, the court sent him to him, certified mail, and they verified that he got it.
You can have an arrest warrant put out, you know. We know a collection attorney that does that.
And I've been trying, they told me that I had to send him paperwork again, and I've been trying to, but...
Wait. What kind of paperwork? Rick, what kind of paperwork?
It was another interrogatory paper and...
But why? Why?
For another court date, to show back up for another court date.
You mean for contempt?
Yes.
But I think you can actually issue... I didn't know you had to go to another contempt case in order to get them. What did you win over? What was this about?
I got a junk motor from him.
What's the name of the company?
I got... he's out of business, but he was Different Strokes Diesels.
Okay, listen, Rick. You can't serve him, you're saying? You know how, or did you try hiring a professional service company?
No, I went to professional service twice, and they've been unsuccessful. I sent him to Fort Lupton Police Department.
It's the sheriff's...
Everything has to be 21 days, or sheriff's department. Had to be 21 days prior. He will not return their phone calls or anything, so he's just not wanting to be caught.
Mark, what do you do when you can't serve someone?
Find them and serve them.
I mean, you know what, Rick, this is a game they play, but there is no alternative to service when it comes to this. You have to find somebody very creative. You have to find somebody very creative.
I'm sure a good PI could find them.
Or you can do the old Amazon trick.
That's the best.
Clint would use an Amazon delivery box, and he would put on a cap like he's delivering Amazon. And when the guy comes to the door, he hands him the thing and takes a picture of it. Look, I don't know what to tell you, Rick. I'll tell you what, though. We'll get you back. Here's what we'll do. We'll retain you and if people have any ideas, they can call us. 303-713-TALK. What do? I think you got to dog them. You got to dog them. Now, coming up will be that interview that will blow your mind. We're going to talk about somebody doing a high-tech move, an IPO. Now, listen, this is not some guy with an idea. This is someone who has been in high-tech and says it's about time to even the playing field. Now, this is not a political thing. This is a business thing. And we'll talk about it coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Brown at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ChallengesWeFace.org.
From the Betfred Sports.
How many minutes? Will you come back in 5 minutes? Could I get you on hold, or do you need me to call you back? Will do. Bye-bye. 5 minutes.
Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Some clouds this afternoon. We'll drop down into the upper 20s overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy tomorrow for your Thursday and colder to the high in the upper 30s. It's 60 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Jenny LaRose, 630 KHOW. Something's wrong. We can feel it. Our news is too biased.
Here you go, 10 seconds till K&H and become the banker.
Too censored. Extreme ideology tearing us apart. What's fueling the division? Get the real story at challengesweface.org.
All right, let's talk about with two goals, okay? Listen, safe, guaranteed returns and income for life. Now, Become the Banker is overfunding life insurance. That works. It grows tax-free. You take it out tax-free. But they also have a guaranteed retirement pension. You need to find out about these. 303-779-6600. I'm doing the guaranteed retirement pension. You should too. 303-779-6600 or becomethebanker.org to sign up. Becomethebanker.org. All right. There's no home show. We know that. Don't cry. K&H is having its own mini showroom. Its mini home show in their mini showroom. Seriously. They're doing this, okay? They're going to make appointments for you so you can get a private appointment in their showroom at K&H Windows and K&H Home Solutions. You will see everything they have to offer. Plus, you're going to get 40% off all windows, siding, and doors. Custom fit, beautiful, energy efficient windows. The best, most durable siding named Everlast and Provia entry doors. No better products and no better company to install them. And it's khwindows.com to make your own private appointment. That's khwindows.com for your own private home show. Call them if you have any details you need, 303-421-7100.
This is the Dispatch Health Call Team. Hi there. They provide urgent medical care in the comfort and privacy of your own home. And now, you can request a medical house call with the touch of a button. Yep, it's that easy. The Dispatch Health Team arrives at your door able to treat everything and more. They come fully equipped with COVID-19 tests and can treat COVID-19 conditions in your home. They also treat a wide range of everyday issues, including respiratory infections like flu and pneumonia, migraines, dehydration, sprains, strains, and minor fractures. Plus, Dispatch Health is in-network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicare Advantage. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay calm, stay safe, and let Dispatch Health come to you. Do you have questions about getting a house call during the COVID-19 pandemic? Or want to sign up for your free account? Visit dispatchhealth.com. Again, that's dispatchhealth.com.
Rates are like a roller coaster lately. Are you concerned about the future and how to protect your home? Do you want to become mortgage safe? Take AIM, Affordable Interest Mortgage. With home values still at their highest level ever and rates at historic lows, now may be the best time to be prepared if the economy changes. Last time, many of our friends lost their home when it was unnecessary. Take AIM, 720-895-0500. Many of our clients have the ability to
don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. You're just rushing.
Without having to borrow the money.
I get ready every day.
We can show you how to access your equity in these uncertain times to give you peace of mind and allow you to focus on what's important. Your family. Call Affordable Interest Mortgage at 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. We are locally owned and operated since 2001. Our reputation of putting you first with straight answers and listening unmatched in Colorado. Let us help you protect your home. Take AIM, 720.
He was using the restroom. Call him right back, he said. Joe.
Suffering from leg pain, aching, swelling, cramps, restless legs. 1 in 5 people lives with the discomfort of vein disease, and that's a lot more common than you think. The doctors at United Vein Centers are board-certified vein specialists who will get you back on your feet fast with the help of laser technology and little to no downtime. Go to UnitedVeinCenters.com for more information or call 1-800-NEW-LEGS to schedule your free vein screening today. That's 1-800-NEW-LEGS.
Do you think this will go through now, bro?
America's top vein care center.
You really? The impeachment?
The impeachment? Yeah. Well, it depends what you mean, yes.
The impeachment will go through. It won't go through the Senate, though.
Well, then it's not going to.
They impeach him, and the Senate has a trial. Trial's got to find him guilty.
Just like that's not. Is that how it works?
Yes.
So that's the impeachment's an indictment. You know there wasn't a trial.
Yes, in the Senate.
So the House impeaches and the Senate tries. That's right. Are you sure of that?
Yes. Yes, he has been impeached. He has been.
Okay, impeached means indicted.
He'll be the first president to be impeached twice. That will happen. Will he be kicked out of office? No. What will be interesting, if they did have the votes, but they don't, what would happen if he was out of office? Can the Senate vote when he's out? I don't think so.
CNN is running a story called Israel, an apartheid state. Literally the headline story on CNN, Israel is an apartheid state. Let's talk about that too.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Okay, listen, I want to bring up a gentleman I've known for a little while here, but but he is well known in high-tech circles. You may not have heard of him, but you may have too if you follow online. He has a podcast and other things. But I know this could get quite political. I don't mind if he takes a shot or two, but this is not mainly political. This is about something he's doing that I find very interesting, and frankly, I'm going to invest in. And I don't know if I'm breaking laws by saying that, but I'm saying he's going to be offering an IPO. Now, Joe, you're pissed off like I am, even though I don't know what to do about it, that high tech is censoring and, you know, and really censoring and blocking people they don't agree with. But hold on, they will say it's not that. They're censoring people who are inciting dangerous violence and breaking the law. They will never say it's because they don't agree with them. They'll never say that. But you believe it goes farther than inciting violence.
Well, yeah. So, look, I've listened to every one of the president's speeches, and I looked for any signs of inciting violence, and it was quite the opposite. So the media and big tech has been challenged to, you know, basically put up President Trump or anyone else and pushing people to a place where he would incite violence, and it just doesn't exist. And I don't want to make this about Trump either, because he doesn't have the greatest personality, and I don't want to get into that. What I want to get into is there is a need, I believe, for other platforms, because right now they've been attacked, like Parler has been attacked on the App Store, plus it's been attacked on the web services. So, I mean, they can't get online. And you believe there should be an open platform where people are not judged, or what? I mean, do you think they should run unabashed? What is your theory on that? No, I don't. I think that there's a certain amount of accountability that has to happen, but there's a double standard that's been created in big tech. And the problem that we face today is that we are facing a balance of power issue. And it's not because of Republicans or Democrats. And I think that's one of the things that I want to point out. It doesn't matter who's in Congress anymore. It doesn't matter who our leaders are. They have their own agendas, and they've created their own allegiances. And I truly believe that, because that's what that's what we're seeing happen. But the balance of power issue is one that means that these big tech companies are actually more powerful than the government, right? The DOJ didn't step in. You know, these are RICO Act violations. You cannot take somebody down and deplatform someone between a synergistic effort between them because they're afraid of the power of Parler. But that's what they did. And then you had they're going to say we're a private business. We can do whatever we want. But that's not true. You actually you can say those things, but when you have a collective effort by multiple big tech companies and you actually silence people, you take away their voice. Right, you deplatform people from your own environment, and you deplatform people and have conversations with other big tech companies so that they follow suit. You know, that's not. I'm a private company. But your main deal. But you saw opportunity in this, and is this just for conservative voices, or when you do this platform, are you planning on doing a complete backbone from the bottom up? Yeah, so listen, I'm a Christian conservative, and I'm going to build a cradle-to-grave solution that allows for us to have the cloud services all the way up, frankly, that honors the Constitution of the United States, First Amendment, all the way up. But you're not going to limit the people who use your services. No, and frankly, I'm a conservative, but you know, I'm socially agnostic. In other words, I accept people where they are, not where I want them to be. My family's interracial. My business partner is a gay, married, Jewish father of two, which is a little more complicated. No, I understand what you're saying. It's not about, has nothing to do with political affiliation. We've turned this into a country of divide. And then we've basically weaponized technology in order to punish people. So you wouldn't care if the KKK had a massive presence on yours? I would care. Yeah, I would care. Yeah, because why? I think that we have a responsibility to society to make sure that we eradicate the interest on both sides of the political spectrum, so far left and far right. Okay. I don't think racism has a place in our country, and frankly, you know, I would not advocate for them being on any of my technologies. But at the same time, there's other groups that have been labeled bad people because they're Christians, or bad people because they're conservatives. And if you really get down to the values of those people and what's happening in our society, we have a degradation of values and and ethics like never seen before in the history
in other words,
world.
racism violates the Constitution, and things that violate the Constitution or are against the law, you agree those shouldn't be on.
Right.
Okay.
But when's the last time that the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, violated the Constitution? It's in the Constitution. It's one of the few rights of.
I know, and I think this AK site of some kind was taken down as well by cloud services. They were taken down completely, and all it was is information about guns. Not one person on there was saying we should go shoot somebody. No, they weren't saying that. But so how do you build something so massive? You know, Mark was saying it's going to take billions. It's impossible. I mean, or near impossible. What do you think? I mean, how are you going to do it?
No, what I said is Microsoft Azure just put $1.5 billion just into Italy to give you an idea of the cost of this stuff.
Joe?
Right. So first of all, I've already built it. Right, so I was the CEO of a tech company because of the fact that I was actually for election integrity, and I stood up. I was the first one that came forward on Eric Coomer and the Dominion voting systems. I was the first one that came forward with a model that I was able to prove through the 5,800 pieces of evidence that they have across the country.
Yeah.
That election fraud.
But what about? But getting past that, though, you've built what?
I built a company that is one of the largest first-party data aggregators in the nation. I built my company from a cocktail napkin to where it is. And the entire time they said, hey, look, you need outside capital. And I did all of those things without outside capital, right? So I have one of the largest social media environments. I built the largest engine that actually develops personas and quality scores. I represent some of the biggest brands. I represent some of the biggest brands across the country. And so you'd say they put $1.25 billion into infrastructure and building those things out. You build an M&A strategy. You create revenue opportunities. You do a IPO type environment. You bring the public, the 75 million that have been disenfranchised just to start with, and then people on I'll call them the classical liberals that are looking at this and saying, look, this is, even the ACLU said what big tech did went completely against just the tenets of us. Of our country.
Whether they have a right to do it or not is another question, but the principles don't sound right. But, Joe, what I'm asking is this. How much are you trying to raise?
$1 billion.
And do you think $1 billion can build cloud services like Amazon?
100%. Now, and again, I don't need to start off, and again, it's crawl, walk, run, right? I don't need to start off and have the same capabilities as Amazon. I just need to be able to support enough people within the platform that as it actually grows and monetization happens, that you can actually start adding to it and doing other M&A,
but you already,
and acquisitions.
And you already have your team. I want to make this clear. You're not some kid off the street that just says, oh, yeah, I have an idea. I mean, you have people already you work with for years.
Right. Yeah, for years, and the fact that, frankly, I've sacrificed everything for this, right? So I'm not just some guy that's a tech guy that says, oh, I can build it. I've built it. I've not only built it, but I've also paid the ultimate sacrifice by having these far-left extremists attack my family. I have 2 guards on my family now, right? I'm sacrificing every day, and not because I want to, but because, frankly, I'm a Christian conservative, and I walk the path that was given me, right? So I walk the path of accountability. And everyone that is involved in this process knows that, standing up has its price. I've stood up.
Now, Joe, I want to make this clear. Yeah. Unfortunately, when you say I'm a Christian conservative, and I'm a Christian, and I've been a little conservative. I'm very, very, very liberal on social issues and school and healthcare and different things. We may disagree or agree, but I want to make this clear. You're not a guy who wants to do harm to anyone, and you love people. I got to make that clear. I just don't want people to think, oh, he's got another nut on here. You actually are doing this because you love people and you want to give open forum, and you're not, like I said, some Johnny-come-lately. You're really going to do this, and I want to get the details, if you could, right after this. I really want to get details on how people can find out more.
Tell Candace I'll take her up to, or Catrice or whatever, tomorrow. First up, tell her.
All right. O'Brien Legal Services a mile high in a minute.
Sweetface.org. From the Red Sports Traffic Center, an accident on northbound I-25 at 23rd has been cleared. Still seeing some residuals.
There was only 1-888, huh?
Eastbound I-70 a bit sluggish approaching Quebec, and southbound 225.
Oh, is that wrong?
It looks like, there was only 1-888.
Off freeway, seeing some construction slowing on westbound Camden between Dahlia and Colorado. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, some clouds this afternoon. We'll drop down into the upper 20s overnight tonight. Mostly cloudy tomorrow for your Thursday and cold.
Mark, I want you to talk about Mile High State Plan. I'm going to give out the number and call to action and join with, but I want you to be in.
I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHAL.
All right, I'll do it. You just want to end it. Or I want to be with you. I'm going to start off and give it to you.
What if this is not really about the Democrats and Republicans, but an outside agent pulling our strings?
See, all of this fucking shit. See, this conspiracy stuff, Mark, I don't like it. You know, Mile High estate planning is so important. Everyone needs an estate plan. Mark, you used Blake Harris.
Oh, man, he helped me out with my parents big time. He told me, here's how easy it went. So I call him up. He goes, fill out this intake sheet. You simply fill it out online. It asks all the questions. Then he calls you back, and then you talk about whether it's just going to be a simple will, which are cheap, by the way, or maybe a trust. In my parents' case, I ended up doing a trust form, and then we talked about different deeds and stuff to do with the house, and then he put it all together, and I was done.
And then one for you, for your family, for your kids, for medical.
We already had a trust set up, but he's going back into it,
right,
and making sure everything's cool.
Exactly, and this is the kind of work he does, and he'll do it for you. 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. The calls, the talks, they don't cost you. He only charges when he executes a plan for you, and you'll know the price up front. It's 833-ASK-BLAKE, milehighestateplanning.com. All right, another thing that we're heavily involved in, but whether you're heavily involved or not, you need a real estate attorney. How silly is it to close on a property without having your documents looked over? You can have that done for just a few $100. O'Brien Legal Services, Bradley O'Brien. You need real estate attorneys. What about contract disputes? Okay, whether it's commercial or residential, property lines, fence issues, easements. What about adverse possession or liens? Quiet title actions. You may not even know what that is. That's where you go in and clear up a title. How about surveys? You know what? You need to at least call O'Brien Legal Services with any real estate issue. That's what he does day in and day out. He doesn't just throw it in with the rest of the stuff. Oh, yeah, I'll do that too. No, Brad O'Brien is dedicated to real estate. O'Brien Legal Services. That's OLSlaw.com. 720-370-7388. 720-370-7388.
Performance for Men has helped thousands of guys, just like you, overcome erectile dysfunction with just a few short.
I want to get one of these on the endorsement. It's a very popular thing right now, and I know a guy who did it, and he said it saved his goddamn marriage. It's really important. This erectile dysfunction stuff is really important. I mean, I used to think it was a joke, and I wonder, are you kidding? Everybody knows. No, but I'm wondering. No, I wondered why they don't just use just hormones or ED medicines, because did you know for some people that they don't even work? It's something even worse. I mean, it just doesn't work. They need more help. And I mean, everyone deserves help. And I mean, so I'm looking into that.
I had a friend whose dad was in, and I don't know what happened medically to his junk, but it was fucked up. And this is going back, fuck man, I was 15, so this is going back 25 years. He had this thing, it looked like a piece of wood, and it would basically insert to give him a erection when it was in. Then when he was done having sex, they would pull it out. That's how that shit worked 25 years ago. No, it went his fucking junk. It was built for his junk.
No, but built inside his junk?
Inside, he would slide it up.
What, there was a pocket in there?
There was like a pocket, or they like sewed a pocket onto it to go, or a sleeve onto it. I never saw it, but I remember the guy telling me about it.
Now, there's some
shit blew his shit up.
I don't remember if I took this or not.
I don't remember you taking anything today.
Call now. Larson.
What is it?
I just need something for my pain. I don't know what it's called.
What is it, Advil?
Ask for LarsonTaxRelief.com.
I don't.
It's normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way. You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linezolid, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe.
It's just insane.
But Mark,
We're back up.
I'm doing the IPO.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I swear to God.
I did.
This guy does not throw plays.
On 630 K-House.
7 Republicans will vote.
Speaking to Joe Altman, and he's hell-bent on starting a cloud service for web hosting and also other services that really, I was going to say cater to conservatives, but they don't. They cater to freedom, and he won't. Now, obviously, illegal content and things that violate the Constitution like racism and all that won't be allowed. But he wants to build services that are, what, Joe? How would you explain them?
Well, so I think the services is cradle to grave and giving people the opportunity to not live in fear or under this guise of hey, we're standing up for what's right, but really it's just oppression. And the one thing that I do want to say that I think your listeners probably should know is if they can actually shut down Parler and shut down Another Voice and make up excuses for the fact that there's hate speech or things like that, then why can't they block that hate speech on their own platforms, number one? And number two, why can't they get rid of child pornography and pedophilia that exists in the internet? So, I mean, there's just a lot of different things
You're right. They could block those sites immediately, the pornography. A lot of them are on Amazon. So, Joe, how do people find out more information? Let's say they wanted to get involved in the IPO, and I don't want to make this sound like I'm pushing an investment, but I think it's something for me. But where do people find out information?
Well, we're just in the beginning stages. We've done all the initial meetings, so I'm going to set up a
website,
a landing page. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Landing page.
When you do, let us know.
Yeah.
And I will definitely let people know. How soon will it be? How soon? When do you think you'll actually have an IPO?
It'll take us about 30 to 45 days to get everything done through the Reg A filing.
30 to 45 days. Okay, Joe. Thank you.
We'll have it up and running by the end of January.
Thank you very much. And we have, of course, a run out of time. You can always go to Referral List for help, information, and referrals. Don't forget Facebook and YouTube for our podcast. And we really want to help you, so you can call at any time, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us.
Isn't it bad, though, that people can be labeled a nut just for saying they're a Christian conservative? You know what? I swear to God.
No, but it's not even that. It just pisses off half the people if you're trying to raise money. That's all.
Don't forget to close out of your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, we got to hustle to McDonald's.
So, impeachment. Gee. What a surprise.
Yeah. We got nothing first.
So
First president ever, twice.
We were talking about this. So impeachment is like an indictment. Say you're